Okay, guys, good morning. Joel coming to you here about 10 to 10. So we're going to get started here in 10 minutes. And so we'll have a bunch of directors and executives on here to coach you. So just bear with me. I just want to make sure there was no snafus today because we've been having a little trouble between Zoom and Facebook. And so I don't mean to be live here when there's nothing going on, but there will be something going on here in a minute, just a heads up. So hope y'all are having a great morning, and we'll be right back to you. Morning, Mal.
Good morning. How are ya?
Got some of the brand new Isogenics coffee here.
That stuff is good.
Oh, it is good. Yeah, that's
It is really good.
My wife made it. It was like scalding hot, so I was waiting a minute.
I got some here too, Joel.
That's awesome. It's the organic one. Are you drinking the organic one?
I think I started with the premium one. I mean, I've got both.
Okay, that's my next try there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're
Gosh, man, I did that
really
sleep
good.
spray last night, dude. That sleep spray.
How's that?
Woo, that is the truth. I almost didn't wake up. This is like Rumpelstiltskin stuff, man. Like normally I sleep till about 7 and I'm up, man. That today I slept till like 8:15. Like I was like, whoa.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Just didn't wake up once. It was great.
Wow. Yeah, I got a new puppy yesterday.
Mm,
So she's kept me busy.
I bet. What kind of doggy?
She's a Scottish Terrier.
Oh, nice. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. At least won't turn into some monster on you or something.
No, I've had Scotties my whole upbringing. For 9 years. I haven't had one. So I found this lady by accident, Joel, and she does everything holistically.
Really?
Everything is done natural.
That's
with the
awesome.
puppies. Yeah. So that was my excitement yesterday.
That's fun, Molly. Hey, we're gonna have you maybe, Molly, like if you want to share your screen or do whatever, just talk or what. But I've got right now. I've got Tommy, Molly, Yoli, Ruth Claybrooks, Landon Weaver, Joanne McMahon, and Tom Wagner. So that's a bunch of directors and executives. You know.
Yeah, I'll probably just talk, Joel, because
Okay.
that's what it's all about right now. Is just
Yeah.
reaching out.
Cool. I got you, bro. There's Michael Hurd. What's up, Michael?
Hey, what's up?
Man, I heard you're a manager, buddy. Crystal manager.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good job, my friend. There's Yoli Perez, Crystal executive. Yoli, man, I used that sleep spray last night, girl. This stuff's the truth.
Really?
Oh,
I'm
man,
excited to use it. I look dark, right? Man, turn on the light back. Yeah.
No,
Both of them.
you look great. You got good color. Oh, there you go. Wow.
There, another one. There.
I gave this to the little one. She's still sleeping.
You what?
I sprayed the little one down too. She's still sleeping.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I need that stuff in my life.
This is legit. Hey, you know what else I tried? And I mixed that organic greens this morning with my super mix. And then I took it last night too on its own. Dude, that stuff is good, man. I don't know what they did. They put like a little mint in there or something. There's a little apple. So when you drink it, it doesn't taste like nasty greens like you normally. You think I've had green powder before. It tastes like dirt, you know? This stuff's pretty good.
I'm excited.
What's up, Anselmo?
Hey, how's it going, Joe?
Good morning, my friend.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna
Thanks,
buy a
stuff
couple of
for
those
my
bottles of that sleep spray, a bunch
This
of
is
them.
legit. It's super cheap. It's like $12 maybe.
I'm gonna order some today.
Yeah, it's pretty. Oh, hey guys, I'm also drinking the organic coffee right now. This coffee is the truth. So is Molly. We're drinking the Isogenics organic coffee.
Awesome.
Legitimate. I don't even drink coffee, but I'm drinking this.
No coffee for me. I don't like coffee,
Drinking beer.
but I got my
Oh,
fast
yeah.
here. Ah, it's late.
Good morning, everybody. We're getting started here in a few minutes. We're also live on Crystal Creators too. So,
Good morning, everybody. Hey, JoJo.
Good
hey,
morning.
Sarita, Crystal Manager, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Good morning, everybody. We'll get this party started here in just about 2 minutes. We're going to do a training today. It won't take forever, maybe like an hour, but you want to grab a pen and a paper and be prepared because we're going to teach you some things that you need to know to be able to get yourself to Crystal consultant and manager and director and executive. We got some great trainers. We got all directors and executives on here for you today.
Hey Joel, can you hear me or does it sound like horrible?
It sounds like you need a new speaker still, but we can hear you.
No, never mind. I'll do something different.
Hey, dude, Tommy, nice beard there. Muy guapo.
No, man. Do my hair. I can't even cut my hair either.
You look like the Dos Equis guy, man. The most interesting man in the world.
Hey, Tommy, have you tried putting headphones in your little microphone like the old
I don't have
time?
to, this is, man, I want to take this off so y'all can see it. It's a brand new freaking camera I bought. Turn this off.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you get the old school headphones and put them in your little microphone jack.
Yeah, get some old school like Beats by Dre or something. Stick them in your mic jack like that, Choppa. That'll take the microphone thing out of it. Chop, you look like this, dude.
Yeah.
The camera looked good. The camera light, whatever light you had on.
Joanne, you sound good.
Check it out. I'm here. I need to get these. They're like, there's some really cool lights. You see that? It makes you light up your
Dude,
tripod.
fine.
Great morning from Atlanta. It's Lisa Holmes.
Hey, morning, Lisa.
Good morning from Vancouver. It's Mika.
Mika Casey, good morning. Super exciting. Hey, Luis Salcedo, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, pretty good.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Joe.
Choppa, when you get those headphones in there, try talking a little bit. Let's see what happens to you. Oh, Choppa's muted. Okay, guys, we'll get going here in a second. We're also live on Crystal Creators. So if you guys want to, any of you that are training today, if you want to go interact or talk to any of these guys on Crystal Creators, that'd be great. We'll get started here in just a second. Oh, we only got, how many we got on Crystal Creators watching? Look like 6. That's not a ton, but there'll be thousands that see this over the week for sure. So,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
That sounds a little bit better though.
Yeah, if you turn up your volume, you'll be perfect. Okay, guys, let's get this thing started and we'll roll through here. So here's who we got today training. We've got Tom Wagner. Somebody might want to text Tom. I don't see him on here yet.
Just jumped on.
We've got Joanne McMahon. We've got Landon Weaver. We've got Ruth Claybrooks. We've got Molly Samuelson. We've got Yoli Perez. We've got Tommy Choppa. So we basically got 2, 4, 6, 7 trainers, 8, including myself. So let's see, like if we all go maybe 5 to 10 minutes each, try to give you our best tips, I think it'll work. I mean, we can go over a little bit. We're not held to the hour. What the heck else do any of us have to do, right? So hold on a sec, guys. Unmute all. Mute all.
Hey, Joel, I'm here.
Oh, Tom, there you go. We got him. Thank you, Tom. I was worried Tom did too much sleep spray, man. He was. So, okay, guys. Good morning, everybody. This is exciting. So, big announcement. You guys ready for the big announcement? Here we go. first and foremost, we're going to be doing this next Saturday, and next Saturday is going to be big. I'm talking capital B, capital I, capital G, biggest thing we've done ever since we've started doing this stuff. And here's what I've got, right? So next Saturday, and it's going to be live on Crystal Creators. I don't think it'll be this Zoom link. It's going to have to be a special link. Maybe we'll send that link out to the executives and stuff, but we can't have the general population on there because we can only seat 100 people on this Zoom. And this Zoom will have thousands of people on it because of our guests. So let me tell you, but that's why they're going to have to go to the Facebook page to watch it. So next Saturday at 10 a.m. Central, this exact time, we are going to be honored to have 3 distinguished speakers, right? Let me tell you about this. And I have a flyer made up. That flyer will be posted immediately after this call. I'll text it out to anybody who wants it. It is bomb. We got an infographic. So we've got Dr. Eric Gumprecht, I think is how you say his name. And he is the #2 scientist at Isagenix. And he's been there for a long time. He's the direct report to Dr. Plant. It's basically like Plant, Dr. Gumprecht, right? And then Dr. Gumprecht oversees all those other couple dozen scientists and the whole enchilada out there, right? So bottom line on this deal is that Dr. Gumprecht is going to come on there and really get into the products. He's going to spend a good period of time with us and talk to us about the new products like the sleep spray here and the organic coffee and a lot of the new stuff that's availed itself to us here in the United States. Now in Canada, they've got access to the full catalog. So Canadians, everything that they're talking about, they'll be able to learn. In the US, it's still limited, right? We've got a lot, don't get me wrong. We've got, maybe 30 things we can choose from or whatever, but he's going to go through some of the science behind it and really educate us on why it's so great, right? Like what's the deal with the men's and women's packs and the Isagenesis product that's in there, man? That stuff is like the bomb, right? Like that product that on its own is like $1 billion deal, right? So he's going to go through a lot of that stuff and really break it down. But not only that, but give us the clinical research behind it all, right? So it's going to be very impressive. I think this won't, we've had some nutritionists on here and they're great. And that's kind of like what I like, right? I like to know how to use it. I don't really care what's in it as long as I know that the stuff that's in it's good, but he's going to really get into the specific ingredients and why they work and the studies behind it to prove it works and just some real evidence-based stuff. It's going to be good. Now, #2, we're going to have Kathy Coover on here, guys, our co-founder, the top banana. You guys know Kathy. She's a dynamo, right? And she's just, I can't say enough good things about her. She's like a female Paul Orbison. A lot of us had a mentor named Paul, and Paul was a distributor, real successful, cared about people. And, Paul is there was nobody like him, right? Paul was the man and just a legend, like a literal legend, right? Well, Kathy's very much like that, reminds me of that. She's got a heart to give and wants to help people. And that's why she started this company. Definitely didn't have to, just like Paul didn't have to. And she's in the game. That's what I love about this lady. She's going to be here next Saturday, 30 minutes, casting vision, telling us what we've got to look forward to with our journey here with Zija and Isagenix now, our greater platform, right? And then last but not least, I'm really excited about this lady. We've got a retired chiropractic doctor. Some of y'all might have heard her on the isagenixlive.com the other night, the How to Build an Empire. This lady's a studette, right? She's a rock star, Dr. Delray Messer. And so she's coming on here to talk to us specifically about how to build our business in Isagenix. Because, guys, Isagenix is very different from Zija. The only thing that's kind of the same is that they're binaries. They're both direct selling companies, and they both have wellness products. Other than that, there's some very distinct advantages or differences or enhancements to the Isagenix plan over the Zija plan, not the least of which is the upfront, crystal thing and that platform, that building a block. Guys, that is the engine that makes this whole thing go. And I had a really great talk yesterday with Sharon Walsh. I had a talk with her, but I was on the phone late last night with Korea and doing all kinds of stuff. But guys, there's some exciting enhancements even coming to that. I'm telling you, man, the things that they've got lined up, guys, for us between now and July, forget it. This company is going to absolutely explode, man. So all I got to tell you, and I was telling the Koreans last night, I said, they said something about Isagenix, and I'm like, I'm excited. I'm not excited about Isagenix as it is. I am, but I'm more excited about Isagenix as it will be. And and Zija is a huge part of that, guys and gals. Where we will be as a company over the next 90 days as we evolve into this kind of blended family kind of thing and really our future. I'm excited about the future. And that's what I was telling the Koreans last night, and it's just exciting, guys. We're really part of something that's never been done before in direct selling. This is the largest merger acquisition to ever take place, and and there's intention behind it, and there's tens of millions of dollars in R&D. And Sharon was telling me last night, she says the product funnel is insane. They've got crazy, crazy stuff. Hold on, guys. Somebody's asking me for the link here. Uno momentito. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I know I was on a tear there, but okay. Hey, guys, if anybody's got Chris Moore's cell phone number, can you text him the link here? Sorry, guys. And then Mika, the passcode is 202073. 202073. Sorry, I didn't look at my phone. I shouldn't have probably, but Chris Moore's wanting the link to get into this. If anybody's got Chris Moore's number, Tommy, I don't know if you can text him or something. So anyway, guys, a lot of good stuff going on. Real quick today, so we're going to talk about how to create Crystal Consultants. I got to tell you, I'm excited because yesterday FedEx showed up and dropped this off amongst a few. This is the new sleep spray, guys and gals. I sprayed this in my mouth last night. You can spray 3 to 6 sprays, and it's great. It tastes kind of like spearmint and stuff, right? It's really kind of nice. And you just kind of, let it be in your mouth for about a minute, it says. Recommends about a minute, and then you swallow it, right? So I did that last night. My little daughter's still sleeping. Like, she's not even up yet, and it's like 10 o'clock, right? So this stuff is awesome, man. If you want, I slept like a champ last night, man. So, and I didn't even have a CBD square on. Like, tonight I'm going to try this with the CBD square. So I might see you guys like Monday. I might sleep through Easter or something, Rumpelstiltskin, right? But guys, this is also the Isogenics coffee. Oh, man. I'm not even a coffee guy. Like, I know my buddy Tom Wagner, Rich Miller, Bob DeCamp. There's some Molly Sam. There's some heavy, diehard, like, coffee straight up, boom, mainline IV coffee people on here. This coffee's good, guys. It's nice and rich. It's like a medium. It's like a bold, right? It's not too dark. It's not too light. I'm more of a dark. I like my stuff kind of dark. I like dirty gas station coffee kind of stuff. But this stuff's good. It's got hints of citrus and chocolate in it. Something else that's really cool is it's mycotoxin free. That's really important for our house, guys. Most coffees don't have that certification. Coffees have minuscule traces of mold in them. A lot of them do, guys. Coffee's a very moldy thing because of its natural state and whatever. It attracts that compound. Well, my wife and daughter cannot handle that stuff. They're like triple susceptible to mold and that kind of stuff. It really sensitive disposition that way. So mycotoxin free coffee. My wife's out there slamming this stuff right now, getting all jacked up on this coffee. Great stuff, guys and gals. It's 100% organic. Kathy Coover also offered a tip on there. You can dump a scoop of Isoline Pro vanilla in there and kind of get yourself like a little latte going. So going to try that one tomorrow. But just super excited, guys. I tried the organic greens. I mixed that with my super mix this morning. Oh, and I did also the organic greens last night on its own in 8 ounces of water. Man, they did a good job with that stuff. 30 herbs and botanicals in there, guys. Like some good stuff, man. Really good stuff. I was very surprised. It really helped with my digestion too, because we went and got some Chipotle to go yesterday, some curbside, and that was like kind of raw. I took that organic greens, like, about 15, 20 minutes after the Chipotle, and my kind of that all settled down, which I was like, I wonder if it was that organic greens. I don't know, but I felt great, right? So let's get this party started, guys. We got about 30, 40 people on here. Let's see how many we got over on Crystal Creators here. Let's take a peek. Hello. Okay, there's still only 6 over there, so we're kind of sucking on the Crystal Creators side, I think. I don't know. But next week, it won't be that way, guys. There'll be thousands on there. It's going to be nuts. So let's get the party started. So this is all about creating consultants, right? This is what you want to do. This is my list, my working list right here, right? And guys, you can go into your back office under View Personally Enrolled, and you can print out a list of your personally enrolled. There's a way to, you can create a document. Now, not all of those columns are relevant. I got rid of some of the columns. All I wanted was the name of the person, their ID number, and basically the placement and like their last 30 days PV. And, that's all I really wanted to do. And then I've been calling all these people and getting them to go, right? Like getting them started, because guys, our existing distributors have till April 27th or they're done. They can never be a Crystal consultant again. They're toast. They can participate, but they'll never get a chance to get that designation, right? Crystal consultant, right? Guys, this is all about network marketing. Is all about achievement and story, right? Having a story of your achievement and sharing that story so other people can buy into what you've done and see themselves doing what you're doing and having success, right? So if my story sucks or I don't have a story, might be a little more difficult because I have to borrow someone else's story now, right? Hey, I know this guy or gal that did this, and well, what have you done? I haven't done dirt. Okay, yeah, sign me up, right? So guys, it's all about having a story. So, I can say now, hey, I did Crystal Executive my first week. That's a strong story, guys. There's other people you're going to hear from that say, I did Crystal Executive, top rank in the company my first week, right? That's a big story. Or there's others, there's some directors on here. I did Crystal Director my first week. That's a strong story. Guys, I did Crystal Manager my first week. I did Crystal, Consultant my first week. I did Crystal Consultant my first month. I did, guys, whatever, right? These are stories that you need to put together in your portfolio, right? So that you have those stories almost like a resume that you can share with other people so they're attracted to your business. The attractor factor, right? Success attracts success. Failure loves failure, right? Misery loves company, right? And it's kind of funny. That's why you'll see in this industry a lot of times somebody over here struggling, then they start looking for all these online gurus to tell them how to do it and whatever. They get into this like self-help failure group, right? And now they're winning with failures. They're all failing together in a fun way. Woo, right? So don't get sucked into that garbage, guys. You want to be working with the winners, right? Like people and we want you to win, but we can't do it for you. That's the only thing. We can train you and teach you. We don't know who you know. We don't know who your friends or your circle of influence are, but we can certainly help you talk to those people and onboard them, right? That's what we want to do. We want to help. So all I've been doing, guys, I've got 13 personally enrolled Crystal consultants now. My goal over the next 2 weeks, by the end of the month, I want to have 20. I want to max out and say, hey, I maxed this thing out my first month. I made $4,100 in bonuses. Like, I want that story, guys. Not because, well, could I use the money? Sure. Who couldn't use an extra $1,000 or $4,100? I'll take it. I got kids and stuff like that. I'll take that money. But guys, more importantly, I've got 20 stories I've created or you've created on your team that are now sharing their story with other people, right? We want to be crystal creators, right? Crystal creators. So the first crystal consultant you're going to create is yourself, and then we're going to go about creating other people, right? People say, well, how do I do that? Get 2. What else? That's it. Make sure you're active with at least 100 points, and then get 2 people, same story, and that's it. You are now a crystal consultant. Your name's up on the Facebook page. You're like you're big pimping. And now that you've done that, you need to simply help a couple other people do what you did, and you're moving up to manager. Take it one step at a time, right? There's 4 little blocks in your back office. What you need to be laser focused on is lighting up the next block. That's it. Lighting up the next block. Anything other than that would be frivolous, right? That's all we need to be focusing on right now. And if you're doing that, and if that's what your focus is here in Isogenics, you're going to build a massive business by default, because I'm telling you what, when Dr. Delray Messer trains us like this next Saturday, that's exactly what she's going to hit on, is how to build the business, a big back end from a big front end, right? Massive duplication, massive rank advancements, crystal creators all over the place. Guys, I even bought the website crystalcreators.com for us, right? We've got this website now, which will be being developed very shortly. We're going to have lots of training and data and all that kind of stuff on there. Crystalcreators.com. Like, oh, wow. We're crystal creators, guys. That's what we want to be. Crystal executives, crystal directors, crystal managers. Okay. So I'm a little jacked up. It might be the coffee, but let's go to the first trainer here. I'm going to go over here to Yoli Perez, and she's a crystal executive. She did it her first week, and she's going to basically talk to you about what she's doing. So this will be very important. Muy importante. Hold on one second. Okay, so this is a crystal executive, guys. Yoli Perez. Yoli, are you with us?
Good morning.
Hey, Yoli, it's all yours, lady.
Oh my God, I can't, hold on. I can't, hold on.
Okay.
There you go. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hi, guys. Thank you all for joining us on here this morning. Well, I'll be quick. I won't take too long. But I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about how, I'll say it the way Joel said it. I became a crystal consultant in the first week. Well, guys, let me tell you about this. I'm a person, I'm a very driven person. I set a goal and I like to achieve that goal as soon as possible, right? And as how I was taught when I didn't know anything of anything, no experience in network marketing whatsoever. And so I got into this business for my weight loss. And so I basically plugged into my upline, and they showed me and guided me. I plugged into the Zooms, I plugged into all the trainings, and they guided me and showed me the ropes of how to accelerate my business. I guess you can say that, right? Accelerate my business. And so when Zija merged with Isogenics, Joel had told me, you know what, there's going to be so many awesome bonuses. There's so many bonuses that are coming up, and start, working your business before. So when the time comes, you're ready to go. When that date opens up for all these bonuses, you're ready to go. I said, okay. So I started making a list, just the way Joel said, I started making a list and creating a list and going down my list and saying who I had on my team, who I had already signed up, or who was previous customers or distributors that had, gotten results on our product. And so I went with them first, made my list. So when before it opened up, I started working them and saying, hey, you know what, following up with my people. Hey, you know what, how do you want to just keep on with the product? Do you want to, go on with the business? I can help you get free products. So I started following up with them and letting them know, that we had these awesome bonuses coming up. So basically what I did was I started signing them up, and I told them, hey, they have a program. Isogenics has a program. You share, they share, you get paid $100. They get paid $100 for bringing in 2 people. So I started, letting all of my people know about that. And so basically that's what happened. I got within the first week, I got 11 people super excited. I helped them go get their 2 new people. And that gave me 11 consultants, which, gave me the highest rank of executive. And so what I did was I went back to my team, and I love to help my team. I love to help my team grow. And I went back and I told my team, you know what? I want to help every single one of you get to the same level I'm at. I want to help you get paid. And that's the whole point, honestly, is to help people get healthy, number 1. And number 2 is whoever is willing and wanting to do the business, help them get paid. And so I went back and I told them, hey, you know what? Hey, Jerry, hey, Eva, hey, all these people, I told them, hey, you know what? I can help you get these bonuses of up to $3,100, but you want to have to do this as well. I can't do this for you. You need to write a list, you need to follow up with your people, and you need to help those people that you're bringing in go get to as well. That's the way this is going to work. It's, it's a process. It works. It's a process. It works. And so sure enough, I started helping as well my consultants that I, helped them get to. They became crystal consultants. I helped them go get their people. So now I have about 2 directors, like 2 managers, and all these consultants. So, that is how you grow your business, accelerate it. And I say to myself, like Joel told me, when you go build fast. And I hear this from Chris Estes, right? He says it all the time, go build fast. And to me, totally 100%, I agree with them. If you go and build fast, you'll never, you have that momentum, you build that momentum in your team. You, get them excited, get them motivated, get them excited, get them paid. And I'll tell you, you'll have some winners on your team, but you have to be a great leader. You have to, be a great leader and help them, follow up with them and be there for them. And I know sometimes, as leaders, we're like sending text messages, plug into that. But you know what? That's the only way you're going to learn. That is how I learned. And honestly, I said even before, I couldn't even talk on a Zoom. I couldn't even talk in a room. I didn't even want to talk to 2 people because I was just so embarrassed. But when you hear it, I say it routinely and you hear it all the time, I guess you just start learning. So you just have to want to learn. You have to want to help others. And I promise you, if you can just share what the products have done for you and you show your team how you've done that, you can be successful and you can get them, you can guide them to success as well, right? So all I can say is follow up with your team, make a list, go through them all. And you know what? If they say no, not right now, it's okay. There's just another one on the list. Don't get discouraged. Move on to the next one. Eventually, that person that said no is going to see you winning. Is going to see your team winning. Is going to want, you know, to even get on the products. If some of them are not on the product, if they are in the product, they're going to want to join you. Eventually the time will come. I have people when I started 2 years ago that signed on last week. I have 2 ladies that signed on this past week. I'm like, what? This is crazy. Out of the blues, they just messaged me. I'm like, okay. And if you want, I can show you how you can get your product for free. And I can help you make a little extra bonus if you bring in 2 people with you. I know you know 2 people. And then one of them's like, oh my God, yes, I do. Right now, we're not working. And I have my aunt and I have my sister. I'm like, perfect. Check this out. I said, if you get them started right now that you got started, I said, ask them to be your accountability partners. I go, you got 2 right there. Sign them up. That's $100 bonus. I go, and they're your accountability partners. All of you 3 are going to get healthy. You're going to start losing weight together. And that's what you need. When you have a little group like that, you start building the momentum and then you follow up with them. Hey girl, how's it going? How much weight have you lost? 10 pounds. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. And what about your sister? What about your aunt? Give me their number. Let me call them. And I also like to follow up when I have new people sign new people up. I'm like, hey, give me their number. Let me follow up with them as well, or let me message them, get them excited. And that's how you start growing and building your business. And that is how you create consultants. Be a good leader, follow up, get them excited, get them motivate them, and get them paid. And I promise you, if you do that, you're on your way to success in building a great team. Not that I have a huge team, but I have a good team and it's a growing team. We're still in the process, guys, because remember, I'm new. I'm new at this, but it's a process. So just stick with it. And I promise you, and now with Isagenix, with all these bonuses, with a great company, the pay is a lot better. I can't wait for them to open the new comp plan. I'm excited. And I'm for sure 100% like, I'm in this for the long run. So if you guys, you know, want in for the long run, you're ready to join this and make some money and get healthy, the time is right now. And I remember the guys would always say, the time is now. And you know what? You're absolutely right. I'm happy that I signed on when they told me, because that was the time. The time was then, and now the time is now. You know, we are growing. And so get excited, get motivated, and thank you. You guys have a happy Easter. I hope that helped a little bit. I was a little bit nervous this morning.
You're so funny. Thanks, Yoli. Awesome, awesome. Hey, you look great in that green too, girl. That's a great color on you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Muy bonita, muy bonita. Oops, hold on, guys. I muted Yoli. Whoops, hold on. I got overzealous and she was going to say something. Hold on, let me get back to her. She's probably going to say something bad about me. So
Actually, no. I just wanted to say happy Easter to everybody. And I wanted to say thank you guys. Joel, thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Tommy, Bob. Thank you guys for your leadership. You guys are amazing. And I truly appreciate what you do for all of us. You know, what you put together, Joel, is awesome. And whoever is not plugged in, if your teammates are not on here, guys, Joel's recording this, take advantage and share it with them. You know, this is how you grow. You need to get your team to listen to these leaders. Thank you. That's it.
Hasta luego. Muchas gracias, Yoli. So that was my good friend Yoli down there. Many of our good friends down there. Now, guys, let's go. We're going to go to California next, guys. We're going to keep these queen pin instead of king pin. These are queen pins right here on here. We got the female dynasty going. Guys, this is Ruth Claybrook. Same thing. Ruth just hit Crystal Executive yesterday. She's one of our newest Crystal Executives. Super excited. That's the top rank. And she is rocking like docking here, guys. And I mean, Ruth is doing this thing. Like, I've tried to get Ruth on a couple calls, and she's like, man, I'm busy. I'm over here doing this and that and signing people up. And she's a pretty sought after kind of lady, just like Yoli. Yoli doesn't take my calls anymore either. So hold on. Let me get Ruth on here. Okay. Ruth? Oh, unmute. Let's see here. Hold on. Oh, there she is. Ruth.
Hey, Joe.
Good morning. Thanks for getting up with us, Ruth. I know it's early out in Cali, 8:26 a.m., but you're up and doing it. And I know you were up late last night cracking crystals, lady.
Wow. Yeah. It's early, but you guys wouldn't believe I did a Zoom call at 7:30. another group. And I told him, hey, I gotta go. I got another one. I've got to get off here. But I feel like, hello, everybody. Thank you, Joel, so much for putting this together. And always, you work like crazy. I don't know how you do it. Ever ready bunny or rabbit or whatever. Anyways, and Tom Wagner, one of my best friend, my mentor, my coach, him and Diana for years and years and years. He texted me yesterday and he says, when I grow up, I want to be like you. Teach me how to be an executive. I said, follow your leader. That's how you do that. And so, and he's the reason for Bill and I being where we are today and being a part of this amazing, amazing group organization. I call us all family. Bob, Joanne, Landon. I mean, for years and years and years, Tommy Chapa. We've been, family, and we stick together, stay together. It's almost going to be like, and I'm going to be really fast, but I'm a visual person, and I teach people visually. So I'm going to show a couple of slides, maybe 5 or 6 here. But for those new people that are probably on here and don't know, I got started reluctantly with both companies, both Zija and Isagenix. And when Tom called me, we'd all been in another group about Zija. I actually told him, yeah, it's pretty amazing, but no, I don't want to. And he said, no, is the wrong answer for you. So there you go. After that, we went to Kentucky. Our good friend Paul Orbison that Joel was talking about, our coach, our mentor. He put us in a safe place, and I feel the same way with Isagenix. We got the phone call. We all knew Joel had us all in Utah, and we knew something was going down. And so when we was called to a Zoom, and we heard that the company had been bought by Isagenix, and it was a safe place. Ken Brailsford said this, for just so you guys know where I am. He said, I considered, yes, several companies, but if I do anything, it's going to have to be right for the distributorship and for the company and the business. And that he did. So we went to, a bunch of us leaders went to Phoenix. We took a look at the company. I was still kind of not wanting the t-shirt yet because I wasn't quite sure, that's just me. So now you know my MO. I've got to know that I know. And when I left there, I wanted the t-shirt. And now I've got 3 or 4 t-shirts. So it's really, really amazing. So I'm going to share what I believe we all know. Like I said, it's kind of like preaching to the choir. I'm going to share my screen real fast here. Wow. Where are you? All right. Can you guys see that? Okay, great. I'm going to share this because I think for me, everything has to be crystal clear. And I'm like I said, I start with vision. The reason I put vision is because you are not going to do this crystal anything. Crystal, do the business. You're not going to do it unless you have a vision. Now, your vision may not be crystal clear, but at least have a vision and have a plan. And the way you do that, you see that young lady with her hand raised? You got to get with your team and find out. Someone said, Yoli said it, and I think Joel said, you got to find out who's who wants to. First of all, you're not going to create anything with a team unless you get players. Put me in, coach, I'm ready to play. And so this is what this is all about, your vision, your team. Like Joel said, see this list here? You gotta, with the vision, You've got to go to your back office and you got to highlight, you got to figure out who's who. I have a vision board for when it first came out. I had a vision board. Let me see if I, yeah. First of all, we got to perform. 3 reasons why we won't. We're sitting there right now. Most people got to analyze every single thing. Yes, I want to know some facts, but once I see it, I'm not going to sit there and analyze. I'm going to get started. I'm going to perform. And guys, for those of you that are new, don't think you have a better way. Follow your leader. When Tom texted me and asked me, I said, I follow my leader. That's the way you do it. Why reinvent the wheel? Don't analyze and figure like you have a better way. Distractions and procrastinations, oh my God, they're killers. They're dream stealers. And as my good friend always said, TNT, today, not tomorrow. Let's get busy with this right now if you want to. And I'll tell you a story in a minute. That's my vision board when I first heard about Crystal Reset. I drew that out. I know it looks crazy, but I drew it out. This was who I wanted to be, where I wanted them to be, the people that I knew, the people from this list. And then I began to create new people along the line and I knew to get to Crystal Executive, like you see, I would forget the Crystal. You guys can do that. I'm just Crystal Executive thinking. I knew I needed 5 on the right and 5 on the left. So I began to do that. Then here we all go. I've heard it 3 times so far today. We've got to do the 5 Ps. You got to have a prospect list. You got to have that list. Not just your back office people that's already in there. Guys, you got to reach out to some folks. You got to create a whole new list, and you got to peak, pass, plug, and promote. So what do? Get in your phone, get in your contacts, get wherever you have contacts, write them on a list. Get them on a list. That's a list, guys. Don't be afraid. And then what's next? Oh my God, you got to pick up that darn phone and you got to call somebody. And so that's the hardest part. It's easy to do, but it's easy not to do. Remember I said procrastination is the dream stealer. And so for all of you new people that don't know what to say, you don't want to get on there. Yes, you want to talk about the family. Yes, you want to want to connect. You want to do this, you want to do that. How's little Susie doing this? How, did she get A's in her class or whatever? You can do all of that, but not at first. Guys, this is serious business when you talk to them. Hey, the reason for my call is this. I don't know if you've seen what I'm doing on social media or not, but can I ask you a question? And then listen. Can you just tell me about your life right now? What's going on? I know the jobs are shut down. We're in social lockdown. We're in this, we're that. What's going on right now? Wait for their response. Just wait, guys. I'm going to tell you how to get that list going and how to get people plugged in. Just wait. They will tell you. People love to talk about them. And then as you evaluate your future, ask them that. What's more important to you right now? Getting out of that when this thing opens up. Do you want to get out of that house? You want to hit the ground running? What do you want to do? Again, wait for their response. And then if I ask you, this is not unique. I think I got this from Dea Clark. If you were asked to set 3 important goals this year after you get out of lockdown, what would they be? I'm just a real person. And that's why I love this. And then tell me about your progress getting towards those goals. And if I could show you a way that you could possibly get a hold of this thing and get started, would you be willing to sit down with me? It's that simple. And then what do? We pass them information. I don't reinvent the wheel. We've got a bunch of tools right now on ISA Business, ISA Movie, ISA everything. These are just some of the lists, guys. Make sure you have this list and make sure you get with your upline. Startyourlife.com for the millennials, for the younger people. ISA product if they've got questions. But ISA movie is my favorite because I will send them that little short video, and they've got a lot of little short videos in there, depending on who you're talking to. But get familiar with this. You can't build this if you don't have the knowledge and the know-how. But we do. We're learning it too, and we want to pass it on to you. And then what do? You got to plug them. Guys, you got to plug them in. There's no way you're going to do this by yourself. You've got to let them meet your partners, your people with the experience, with the know-how, with the knowledge. You got to plug them in. And when you do that, you're going to start your map. Once you do that, you can start adding their names right there. See, this is a form that's in our back office. It's in our compensation plan for Isagenix. You plug their names in each of those spots, right side, left side. Keep it there, guys. You got to plan it. You can't just keep it in your head. You got to write it down. And when you write it down and write those people down, then you start to build that list. And so with that, I'm going to turn it back over. I just want to share this story. You have got to connect with your upline. Last night, I was on a few phone calls, and I kept getting this text message. And you guys might have seen it. I posted her on social media last night. And she says, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? Can I drop ship an Isagenix order to this person and yada? And I'm going, no, you can't. Isagenix can't be. I still had no idea why this young lady was texting me this. And she said, I'm running out of time and I don't know what to do. And she may be on this call today and she'll kill me. But when she finished, I said, I'm on the phone. I'll call you right back. I was on the phone and I told the person, I said, somebody needs me. I need to hang up. I'll get right back to you. And when I called her, she was trying to go Crystal Consultant. And she couldn't figure out why she wasn't, because she had 2 new people and she hadn't hit Crystal. And guess what? She was 75 PV. See what I mean? Consult with your upline. Consult with your upline. Hello, you need to be 100. And when I had her do that, she went in immediately, did that, and the lights lit up. Crystal Consultant, $100. She says, I don't think I'm gonna make it because I wasn't 70, I wasn't 100 one day when I brought him in. I said, you will. It will trigger like that. And I said, let me tell you something. How come I didn't know, or your upline didn't know you were trying for Crystal? You see what I mean? Connect with your upline, guys. Let them know what you're trying to do. They should have you on their list, helping you understand the rules. So with that, the lights went on, and I posted her last night. Kathy, I hope you're not hating on me. Kathy Shuba, Crystal, brand new Crystal. She was Crystal from day one and didn't have set 100 PV. So guys, follow your upline. Thank you, Joel, for your time, or giving me this time, and I hope it helped.
Man, Ruth, that was outstanding, guys. I'll tell you what, big time value add from Ruth, guys. If you caught some nuggets there, guys, give us some thumbs up for Ruth. I mean, I got a list of notes here from Ruth, man. That was excellent. So Ruth, thank you so much. That was awesome. That's wisdom right there, guys. Ruth's been in the game as long as we all have, and Ruth is a rock star, former corporate executive and stuff. So Ruth's good at the PowerPoints and all that stuff that I suck at, man. So that's what's cool about a team where you suck, someone else shines, and where they might not do as good, someone else shines. You know, we're better together, right? That's what we're all about here. So I love it. Okay, we're getting mad ups for Ruth here. Guys, oh, there's Diana. Look, I see Diana Wagner there with Tom. Lady Di. What's up, Lady Di? Okay, guys, next we're going to go down here to San Antonio, Texas, to the wild man, Mr. Tommy Chapa. Crystal Executive, guys. We're running through some execs. We're going to have some directors for you here in a second. This is the top rank in our new company, guys, as executives. So you've heard from a few of them. And here's another one right here. Tommy, are you with us?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Oh, Tommy, that's way better. Okay, take it, buddy.
All right, guys. Thank you. I appreciate everybody that's on here this morning, guys. And that's what it's all about, plugging in to people that are winning. You know, I learned that at the very get-go, guys. You know, when I first got started, my sponsor quit, to tell you the truth. And thank God I had some people that I just plugged into. You know, I wanted what Joel had, I wanted what Bob DeCant had, and I did what those guys did. And I've got what, not close to what those guys got, but I'm getting there, right? And so I just want to say, you know, Ruth, that's the deal. Follow your leader, man. Follow the person that is winning here, guys, because that's the name of the game. If you're around 5 winners, you're probably going to be the 6th one. If you're around 5 negative, broke, freaking thumb-sucking crybaby, man, you'd probably be the 6th one there too, right? I'm telling you, when I got away from negative whatever people that just weren't winning in life, and I got away and I got in front of and got in a circle of winners, man, we started winning. So I just love what you said, Ruth, man. Follow your leader, follow the person that's winning. And man, you'll win yourself, guys, if you put the work in. And you know, there's a lot of awesome nuggets right here, guys, and you're going to learn a lot today, but you just got to apply it, guys. And you've got to apply it and apply it consistently. And if you apply what you're learning today, guys, basically just getting the information in front of people, connecting people to some information. And if you do that daily, consistently, it's impossible for you to fail here at Isagenix. It's impossible because our products are that good, guys. We have systems in play. We have a system to win. We just got to put people in front of the information. And that's what I tell people all the time, guys. That's what we do. We put people in front of the information, connect people. I don't need you to be a salesman, none of that stuff. I just need you to be a master connector. And that's by peak, pass, plug, right? The 5 P's is huge. Start your prospect list. When I got started, guys, I wrote a list about 50 people, and I wasn't calling them up and trying to be a salesman over the phone. And I wasn't calling them up and saying we're going to become millionaires overnight. I wasn't doing that. I was doing what Ruth was doing, asking questions and listening. It's all about being a good listener, guys, and tailoring to people's needs. Let them get in where they fit in, right? It's about them, not you. It's about people and helping people. I'm going to tell you, your best distributors, your associates are going to be your best customers, the people that got results, right? So let me just jump into this. I'm going to go a few minutes, guys, just how I got started and how I've duplicated this system, because it's a very simple duplicatable system, especially here with Isagenix. The backbone of this is consultant, right? Go consultant and help other people go consultant. And again, what is consultant? How do you get to consultant? You get 2 people with 100 PV order, right? And at least you have 100 PV order. You're consultant, you earn $100, and also you get those PIB bonuses, man. I'll tell you what, I can get someone started, get them 2 people, get them a check, and they're super excited, and they didn't even know there was a business tied to this or anything like that, because the way I basically got them to get their first 2 people. So again, 90% of the people, Joel, that I'm signing up are, you know, I'm led in with the products, talking about the products, and that's what they're purchasing from me, right? They want to lose weight, they want to feel better, right? So once I get the order from my customer, I'm always going to ask, hey, who do you know that could benefit from these products? Hey, who do you know that would be an awesome accountability partner with you, right? Who would like to join this IsoBody challenge? Who'd like to win 25,000 and lose some weight, right? In this IsoBody challenge, who do you know? And I ask that, I always say, because if you know some people, there's an awesome referral program that you can get some free products. I'm not going to say, hey, there's a business, we're going to become a millionaire and this and that. None of that. I'm not going to use those words. I'm not going to use distributor, business, none of that. I'm going to say, hey, we have an awesome referral program that you can get some free products. And I'll listen to what that person tells me. 50% of them say, yeah, man, that sounds awesome. Let me believe in the product. Let me check the product first and see what it does for me. And that's cool. And that's fine, right? And let me just tell you, that's the follow-up is huge, because I think the easiest thing to do here is enroll people, to tell you the truth, get them started on the products, right? It's getting them to do something. So the minute, guys, and that's when you follow up with them. I get them on the products, I'm following up with them. And the minute they say, man, this tastes good, man, this is doing awesome for me, that's when I'm going to ask that question again and say, hey, who do you know, man, that can benefit from these, right? Man, if you just would like to recommend a few people, connect some people to some information, and I'll show you how to get these products for free. And that's when people start, well, man, you know what? I do know somebody. I do know my dad. I do know my mom. I know my sister, man. I know some people that could benefit from these products. So then I'll go to the next step and I'll teach them. I'll say, man, I don't need you to be a salesman. Again, I just need you to connect them to some information, and then you connect them to me. And it kind of goes like this. You just say, hey, man, I came across, you can call them up or you can text them. Phone calls are the best. You know, when I first started, I called everybody up, and my first words that came out of my mouth was, I don't have too much time to talk because I'm headed to work. And the reason why I said that, guys, is because at first I was brand new. I called Zija Ninja. Didn't even know how to spell nutrition. I didn't know nothing about anything, but I signed up 27 people my first week because I connected people to some information, not being a salesman. So I'd call them up and say, hey, I don't got too much time to talk right now, but I was thinking of you. I came across something that I think that will help you with what you were talking about the other day, your weight loss, energy, back pain, joint pain, money pain, right? And it's called Isagenix. Have you ever heard of it? And they all would say, no, what is it? What are you talking about? And that was my cue to get off the phone. That's when I'd say, man, I'd love to explain to you, but I can't because I got to get back in this office right now. But I'm going to text you some information. And that's when I text them some videos, guys. I text them something that relates to them about the company. I said, I'm going to text you some information. And this was the key right here, Joel. I always say, if you like what you see, I'll connect you with the guy that sells it. I'll connect you with the guy that's will hook you up with wholesale prices. I'll connect you with the guy that is helping a ton of people lose weight. I never said, go to my website, I sell it, buy from me, none of that stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you, friends and family love to buy, but they don't like to be sold. And at the very get-go, I'm talking about if you're a brand new distributor, guys, you don't know nothing of nothing. This is what I teach my brand new people how to do it. And they kill it, guys. They literally, they do it. And especially my customers do it because they don't, in their mind, they don't think they're selling, right? They don't think that they're just connecting like, because I have taught them. Just connect them to some information and connect them to me, and I'll help you facilitate the orders, right? And I'll get you some free product. And I'll tell you what, guys, man, they do it. And when I get their friends enrolled through their system and they see a check's coming to them, or sometimes they don't even know. I don't even tell them. I said, just say, man, I got your buddy started, and I got your friend started, right? And they get all excited, right? Next thing you know it, man, they're getting fired up because they're getting a check in the mail. And guess what? They're doing it again, guys. They're telling more people about it and whatnot. So that's how we built it, Joel, you know. And again, it's so duplicatable because we just got to go get 2 people. That's it, right? Let's get 2 and teach those 2 to get 2. Build consultants. And I did what Yoli did and what Ruth did when I got started. When this transition got, when we started transitioning, I went and got my list, right? Went through my list, wrote down the people that wanted to win, right? I want to go. Those are the ones I'm working with, and followed the steps, guys. And that's how when I got 10 people to go get 2. It's not that hard, guys. 10 people to get 2 gets you the executive. And if you're brand new, you got 6 months to do that, man. But we got to do it now. We got people doing it in a week, got people doing it a couple of weeks, got people doing it and doing it and just working towards it, right? So that's all I got, Joel. I just wanted to again piggyback on what they're saying. It's all about keeping it simple. That's basically it. You don't need to know a lot of stuff, guys. We have tools in play. What you need to know is just how to connect people to the information and connect them to the person that knows more than you do, right? So thanks, Joel. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody on here.
Guys, let's give Tommy some love. We love Chapita. He's the man for sure. And we can hear him now, which is great. We said that, man, Tommy, whatever you did, dude, it's working. That's good stuff right there. Guys, we're gonna take I'm gonna call an audible here. I just got a quick text from a guy in San Antonio, Texas, also that just became a director last night. So we're gonna hear from a new director now. And guys, you know that the director, what's interesting about this cat, a lot of y'all will know him, but he's been around Zija for a minute. Started a traditional business, guys, and of course we know what happened to a lot of traditional business owners right now. They had to close their doors, and especially if it's a newer business, it's tough to keep that going, guys, when there's no revenue, no customers. So this individual owns a gym, and obviously, gym memberships instantly disappeared. Anyone that owns CrossFits, anyone that owns anything like that, they can't service their clients right now. They can't have that going on for obvious reasons. So this individual had a good, pretty good side type income with Zija, making, a couple thousands of extra bucks a month, some mailbox money, house payment money, that type of stuff. But in the last week or two, he's retooled his business and started to explode because, guys, not only is he earning some extra money, big extra money every week, he's got members of his team starting to do this, and he's turned his plan B into a plan A. So he just became a director last night, guys. And if I know this guy here, he'll be a executive this week for sure. Because and then he's going to go out and help some other people do that same thing. But guys, this is our good buddy Chris Moore, and Chris is great. You got a lot of y'all know Chris, but what's exciting about Chris is kind of, even though he's been around a minute, very new to what we're doing here. So if you're new, you'll be able to relate to Chris because Chris is new doing what we're all doing here, creating crystals and this new model. So he went director, guys. I'm just going to have him come on here and spend a minute or two and share a testimony basically about what he's doing. And you'll be able to pick up some nuggets here for how Chris is working the phones and what he's doing. So hold on one second. Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, brother?
Hey, Chris. Hey, man, I like that hairdo, buddy. That looks good.
The hat? Yeah.
Lay it on us, Chris. So how are you turning your plan B into a plan A right now, man?
Well, just pretty much doing the same thing you guys are doing. It's not no level of rocket science or anything involved here. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I am as a person, so I understand. But I'm just making a list, hollering at all my people, talking to them. It's honestly been a little bit uncomfortable for me, even though, you know, I'm used to talking to people and stuff, but it's been a while since I'm calling people, selling them, you know, nutrition packages and stuff like that. But after I kind of got started, it was like nothing, because the situation and the scenario is so different now, right? So it's all in how we're, staging the whole thing. And so letting people know, that these are meals, you know what I mean? And what we have right now in Isagenix and stuff, it goes a long way. Me and my wife, we call it we're doing Armageddon runs, you know what I mean? Every time we got to go get groceries or anything else, right? We keep the 5 kids and the 2 dogs here at the house. We go Armageddon shopping. And anytime we don't have to do that, we like it. And so having 60 plus meals just come to the house, from a convenience, from a safety standpoint, there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of spin this to have people understand the obvious benefits of why they want to get a really nutritious meal for around $3 a meal, without all the extra nonsense, just a straight up, 240 calorie meal that's going to feel like 800 calories to their body. So they're going to be full as far as a weight loss type situation. And that's kind of the primary orders that we're all getting. We really need to kind of, just kind of maybe put that in your vernacular a little bit, because it really, really kind of helps people when they're looking at it like that, because that's exactly what we're marketing. We're marketing meals here, right? And that means something different as of the last couple of weeks than it's ever meant before, right? So here anyway. So that's kind of what I've done. I made a list. I started talking to people. First couple times, Joel, I like what you were saying earlier, just, hey, listen, this is what I called you about or whatever. And that's not exactly what I did to the first couple people. We just kind of caught up a little bit, and then I circled back, next conversation. I was like, okay, listen, I could talk to you forever. I talk a lot, you talk a lot, but it did call for a reason. And it's because I care about you, and I got something for you that I think that I know for a fact would benefit you in a big time way. I want you to take a look at it and tell me how you feel. I'd like to answer any questions that you got, but I'm happy to recommend this to you, because I'm really happy somebody recommended it to me, right? Just be real with anybody about how you feel about how this stuff has changed your life, outside of what is done financially for any of us. It really has benefited us in a big time way. We all really, really have our products that we go crazy about. Every one of us do. And we swear about it, and so just, let people know how you feel. We're all constant walking testimonies of how amazing this company is, and how amazing the now Isagenix products is, and how those particular products are bearing some amazing results to many people. So we need to constantly have that in mind, understand that, it's been a little different after doing this, this industry now for about a decade or so. It's been really funny, because people's responses right now are different than I've ever heard them be. Like, for instance, I've had several different people just appreciate the fact that I called and that I cared. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't have to be a psychologist to understand, but a lot of the conversations you're having with people right now are a lot different than they've ever been. And people are more insecure and worried than they've ever been. And so when people call them and you holler at them, especially when it's something that'll literally change their life in a great situation, right? Let alone this particular situation we're in right now currently. Man, they're just happy anybody thought about them. They're happy anybody thought about them, especially when you're giving them something like that. So if there's any real advice I can kind of give you, it's you know, be a real person, you know, kind of come from the heart. You don't have to have an amazing script or anything else, man. Just be real. How the heck do you actually talk to people? You know what I mean? Like, talk to them that way. Just start off with, man, how are you doing? How are you guys doing? You know what I mean? Everybody's kind of going through an interesting dynamic right now. So you got to call and kind of interrupt that a little bit. You know what I mean? We have, like I said, 5 kids, and Monday through Friday, homeschool here is serious, bro. We are outnumbered. Okay. We have to be the teachers, learn everything, then try and teach them. Like, it's so funny online. Everybody's, you know, freaking out how the parents are saying that, you know, they're not as smart as their kids to even help them. And like, everybody's kind of dealing with crazy stuff throughout the day. And they need to know that your phone call is just not another call that they could just kind of ignore. You know what I mean? You're first of all somebody that really does care about them. That's why they're on your list. Okay. You're not calling people you hate, right? And then second, that you actually have something that can truly benefit them. And if you give them a weak handshake on that, and you don't really kind of, you know, I'm not saying grab them and shake them, but if you don't have them understand how serious you are about what you're calling them and taking their precious time about, then you know, if you do that, then you should expect them to give you your time, give you the attention, be respectful of that, and then let them know what we have right here. And when you're doing that down the line and you're pacing yourself and you're setting yourself a goal, you know, I was on the phone with a couple of my guys that are going crystal here now, and I was talking to them, and I told them, I said, listen, guys, I set aside about 20 minutes for us to have this conversation. We're going on about 50 right now, and it's good. And I'm loving the questions, everything else. I feel like we're getting somewhere here. But as far as my goals and everything that I have, as far as, you know, what I have to do today, that's not going to stop, because me and you guys are talking. So I want y'all to know, you know, have in mind what y'all plan on doing and stick to it right after we get off the phone call, no matter what. And then the next day when I called them, I said, guys, you know what, my plan was to get 10 no's, and I did that, or whatever, right? 5 no's, and I did that. But I messed around and got 7 yeses on my way to 5 no's, man. Holy crap, right? It took me longer than I thought, whatever. And they're like, man, yeah, okay. You know, just get yourself some small goals. Don't sit there on your butt doing nothing because we have a really great excuse to do that. You don't have an excuse because you know better. You know what I mean? And when you know better, you should do better. And so we have something really amazing. We need to share that with people. Set a goal, and then have some touch points, right? Like, for me, for instance, when people order the product, that next touch point is when the product arrives, right? I tell them, call me when the product gets here. It doesn't matter what I told you right now and how I gave you information to decide what you need to get. When you see it, you still need me to, you know, kind of help you through it. Now, can they read the bag on their own? Of course they can, right? But this is support, right? We're offering a little bit of emotional support, all right? This is a journey, and people can't really do it on their own, or they wouldn't need you, okay? So we got to do our job. That's part of our job. You got your product. Let me help you. Let me walk you through that. Yes, do this, and that, and everything else. I'm going to call you back in a few days. Start this tonight, okay? I'm going to call you back in a few days, see how you're doing, and then I call back one more time in a week, right? Man, it's a system. It shows you care about your system, you care about your people, and you care about those testimonies, because it's going to be those testimonies that are going to continually build your business. You don't want to have a business predicated on how much recruiting you do, because you don't really have a system. If you don't have a system, you can't teach it to your people, and there is no residual in actions. And if there's no residual in actions, there's no residual in money. Okay. So that's just a small little system and way that I like to do that, with the touch points, having a plan, executing the plan, putting down the names, putting the goal together, everything else. Understand you're not selling people, you're informing people. Understand that people are very smart. You don't have to sell nobody on nothing. If you give them the facts about what we have and what we can do and what we represent, then leave it up to them. it's up to them. Okay. So, so that's it, brother. Just leave it at that and roll with it. Make your goals every day. And that's about all I have, Joel.
All right, Chris, man, guys, give Chris some thumbs up. New director last night. So guys, what does director pay? It pays $750 plus you got to create 4 more, consultants from your darn manager thing there. So 2 plus 4, right? 6. So $400 extra in consultant development bonuses plus the $750 for hitting director. That's $1,000. It's actually, what is that? 4 plus. It's $1,150 that'll be on Chris's check next Friday or this coming Friday. So guys, if you want a comma, an extra $1,150 on your check this Friday, go director, right? All the folks you're going to hear from now are directors, guys. And I know we went longer, but man, we're getting some good tips. And what the heck do we have else to do today? I'm telling you what, right? Like, take care of our families, right? This is priority. I don't know what anybody else is doing, sitting around watching the Trolls World Tour or something, right? I'm like whatever's on TV or whatever, man. Like, Easter's tomorrow. Let's dial in and take care of our families, right? So guys, the next one we're going to go to is Molly Samuelson up here in Wisconsin, guys. She's a director. I think she's 1 consultant away from executive, so she'll be moving up a rank to the top rank here. Knowing Molly, that's she might even have it done. Who knows? But guys, this is Molly. Let me bring her on here. Molly's a player, guys. She's been around a minute, and she's got a lot of people. Not only is she achieving ranks, she's got a lot of people. I just got a couple texts from her this morning and yesterday. Vicky Valenza hit all kinds of people hit new ranks. So super excited. Let's bring Molly up on here and get some tips. So thank you, Chris. Moving on to Molly, another Crystal director. 1 second here. Molly.
Hey, can you hear me, Joel?
It's all you, young lady.
Wow, this is awesome. Thanks for having me on, but that was good information. And one of the things that, I could touch on what everybody said. I got a list of notes too, but, one of the things I appreciate about Chris Moore saying is, man, care about the people when you call them, because if you don't care, they can hear it in your voice, Joel. So what I'm doing too is basically I got that running list. I've got 2 lists. I've got my list of people that I really want to reach out to. And then I've got my list of my current distributors, current customers. Don't forget your customers. I reached out to a couple customers that have been, part of my organization for 7 years, Joel. And all of a sudden, turned the light bulb on a little bit and said, listen, do you have some time? Can you do a Zoom with me? I just want to share with you how, what's going on, what's going through with the company. If you're open to learning about it, hey, I'm ready. If not, that's cool too. But I've resurrected some people out of the organization that now all of a sudden are, contacting me and, just by having a conversation. And that's something that I think that, I've heard people say, well, I called this person because they made a remark on my post and, now they won't call me back. We have tools. Utilize the tools, right? Stop the talking about it and say, hey, listen, if you're open to learning, I'll just shoot you a quick video, iSamovie, like Ruth said. Absolutely love that. If there's a 6 or an 11-minute video, it piques their interest. We have so many tools accessible through us, through Isagenix for this. It starts the conversation. I had a lady from grade school that I went to grade school with who started commenting on some of my posts, and I was watching it. She was liking it, but she wasn't saying anything. And all of a sudden she said, okay, Molly, you got to contact me. So we had a conversation. She said, then I called her, we talked, I sent her, the iSamovie because her main thing was weight loss. But then we did another Zoom, Joel, where I opened up Supermix. So what happened was she bought the kit plus. So now this is someone that I've worked on, and she's like, wow, I didn't know you had this. I said, Ann, I tried contacting you for 7 years. I'm like, we've tried to have this conversation because I knew some of the issues she had. But I'll tell you, resurrecting people like, Joyce Paradise, who went Crystal Consultant, from our prior days. Joyce and I ran hard. But I'll tell you what, she's had amazing results with the product, has been a dedicated product user for 7 years. And she just texted me, she's on watching this on Crystal Creators, and she said, I got to check, and it's huge. And she's like, how did this happen? I don't even know the comp plan, but I like it. So it was like, okay, it's fun again, Joel. This is what this is all about. I'm having a blast again, being able to get texts like that from people and where we come from. And what I love to do, because I was taught by you and Rich and Tommy and Bob and Joe and Tom Wagner, is build your team. You know, like Yoli talked about, get in front of your team, whether it's a Zoom right now or just a simple phone call saying, hey, listen, I'm here to help you. Refer me out. My daughter, startyourlife.com. She wouldn't listen to her mom. She wouldn't listen to anybody. And so I said, honey, just watch this video for me, and I will not talk to you about this again. You know, she went Crystal Consultants, and these are all her own. What she's doing, she's an essential worker of a manager of a hardware store. And she's like, Mom, when people come in, I just keep saying, you know what? Is it all right if my mom calls you? Is it all right if my mom calls you? And she's been doing that now for a couple weeks. And all of a sudden she's like, Mom, I logged into my back office and I've got $150. You know, and I said, oh yeah, you know, her boyfriend's mom enrolled based on Hannah's recommendation. So super proud of what she's doing. Now she's like, her exact words, Joel, were, well, how do I do that again? I'm like, you just keep doing what you're doing. You know, she's got the little one and she's working more than full time right now doing what she's doing because they kept a small staff. And so she is just, you know, referring me out left and right. And I get, you know, phone numbers from her. Hey, Mom, so-and-so was in here. Can you get in touch with them? So that's what I'm doing, Joel. But don't forget to go out and personally enroll yourself. Create the stories right off the bat of a brand new person that gets started. And within a week, you know, we've taught them by using tools. I think this is good for us. I think that this is really good for us to learn these skills, the Zooms and the utilizing the tools, because too many people will get in front of people, Joel, and they'll just start talking. They'll just start talking. Now, all of a sudden we're like, okay, what do we do now? You know, we're all used to traveling. We're like, Joel's like, you know, Waldo, where's Waldo today? But I'm telling you, all of a sudden we have to utilize tools to say, hey, if you're open to learning, I'm going to shoot you this video. Or, you know, if you're up to, you know, open, I always say open because they usually say no. They won't say no. Are you open to learning? Most people are open to learning. And, you know, I've also used the expression, it's probably not for you, but you might know somebody that I could help with this. And that takes the pressure off of them, like, hey, that she's not after me. Sure, I'll listen to you, you know. So then it starts the conversation when they're done. Well, I could use this. Well, I didn't realize what's going on. You know, what do you have going on? And that's something too, where people will say, hey, can I look at your website? Can I see? I'm like, sure, you can go on and look at some of the products, but don't order there. Let me find out what your issues are. And you know, are you open to me recommending something? Yes, they're open to letting you recommend them. So that's what I try to do with people. And so many people will just say, well, I sent them to my website. I'm just hoping they're going to order. No, guys, we can't do that. You have to really have conversations and care about people. You know, like with what Yoli did. I absolutely loved listening to Yoli because you can see the excitement in Yoli. You know, she is a product of the product. We're all products of the product. That's why we're here. You know, we had an amazing product that we still have, Joel, but we really did not dive into the business side and be able to have this fun. Now we've got the marriage of two amazing companies with amazing products, amazing testing. We have all those resources we need at a click. Questions answered by going on websites and seeing the tools they've provided for us. So there's no waiting anymore to say, well, let me find out from so-and-so, or let me, you know, hey, let me look, you know, research it. And so to see that you're able to go out and grab a couple people, grab some teammates and say, listen, I'm here to help you. You know, Hector Delgado said it great. He's like, you know, when he had me doing a cred call, third-party call with one of his guys, we were doing a Zoom that he just enrolled. And he said, you know, listen, now's the time to utilize these leaders because they're home. You know, they're home. They're able to, you know, they're accessible. They're able to provide what we need as far as the education. So I'm telling you right now, there's so many things that we can be doing with this shutdown and this quarantine and what we're all going through right now. Whether, you know, you're stuck at home or you're an essential worker or whatever you're doing. I hate that word because I believe everybody's essential. But I'll tell you right now, you can be the light for someone and say, hey, I understand that you're an essential worker. You know, you're working right now, but can you think of a couple people that would be open to me reaching out to them? Just ask them. And so going and taking some of these people that are going through these daily struggles, if you know any waitresses, guys, these poor people, the waitresses, you know, are like, what do I do now? They rely on tips. This is their livelihood. Open your mind a little bit and think outside the box of some people that you could possibly potentially help, and, you know, teach them, train them. And one of the things that I've always believed in, and I think, you know, I've learned this from you and Rich and Joe, is teach people how to teach. This is very duplicatable, and this is very easy for us to teach people how to teach right now by utilizing the tools available to us and connecting them to the right people, sharing stories. I wasn't a big third-party call person when I first got started because I thought I knew, you know, what I was doing, which I didn't. And those are critical. And now I'm getting them all the time. And I absolutely love it because we're hearing it over and over again. Get someone on the phone. You know, everybody's here to help. And, you know, with next week's call, Rich and I got the opportunity to meet Delray when we were at the UIA. Amazing story. She taught us 30-second stories to share our stories. And I'm hoping, I know she's like the queen of that. I'm hoping she goes through that because it makes our lives so much easier to have a 30-second story and be compliant. And they're big on compliancy. And we all know that, you know, that is something we have to. So learning from someone, she's a great lady. She's super sweet, but she's got an organization that is unbelievable. And, you know, you can be sitting next to someone that's making $2 million, you know, $1.7 million a year and not even know it. And all of a sudden they share their stories, and it's all about plugging people in, getting people in front of the information, but Joel, also keeping it simple. Because if we overcomplicate this with, you know, always saying, well, this isn't that, you know me, I couldn't spell nutrition either. You know, Rich Miller tricked me into this. I wanted nothing to do with Zija. And that's the God's honest truth. He, you know, said, give me your credit card. We're ready to go. I said, as long as it's not nutrition, you know, but the product changed my life. Now I've got the business side where we don't have to worry about anything. That's taken care of for us, guys. Our job right now is to go change lives, to go build people up. Get $100 is a lot of money to a lot of people right now, Joel. And if we can just teach them how to do it, and, you know, I love it. How do I do it again? What do I have to do next? You know, what's my goal? Help people set goals, because we can set goals for other people, you know, before we're going to set them for ourselves. And so if you can reach out and say, well, what is your goal? Where do you want to be 6 months from now? Where do you want to be 3 months from now? You know, and then set those small achievable goals. Well, this is what we're going to do this week, and make sure they accomplish it. But also, this does take work. You know, this is something that, you know, it's not going to happen unless you're doing the work and you're actually reaching out and plugging in and, you know, getting on the phone or Zooms. I've been on the phone with all of my current builders and said, listen, what can I do to help? What do you need from me? How do we get you your 2? How do we, you know, get you now to manager? Congrats, Vicky Valenza. That girl is like on it, but she just does it. You know, she had no experience in network marketing. I'm so proud of her because she just does it. She is persistent and she is consistent. And those are 2 things you have to have in order to build residual income. And, you know, we're lucky. We're looking back going, okay, now this is really the time, Joel, where we can all realize what residual income actually is. because we are still getting good weekly paychecks. And it's because of the efforts we've done over the years. And so that's what this is all about. And I think we're going to see a boom in this industry when this is all over, like the likes no one has ever seen. And we've got the best company and the best products to do it with, and the best leadership. So guys, utilize the tools, utilize these Zooms. If you can't be on them at the time they're going on, then watch the recordings. But make sure you're plugging in and then applying what we're teaching, what everybody's teaching. If we don't apply what they're teaching, and we just continuously, want to keep learning, which is awesome, but apply what you've learned. So all I can say is now is the time, and it's time for everyone to step it up, reach out, care about people, hear it in your voice, and go achieve success for others, because when you do that, it'll come back to you. And so Joel, thanks again for having me on here. There's going to be so many people popping these ranks over the next week, because we've got till the 27th to get our crystal consultants. So it's game on. We got to go do this.
Molly, rock the house, guys. If you got some good guys, give Molly some mad ups, man. I got a couple takeaways I want to actually debrief with you on. 3 more speakers, guys. I know we're going long, but this is great. Like, if everybody's cool with getting fed, man, put some big ups in there. This is good. So guys, 2 things that Molly hit on that just one, I guess, real quick, but I talked to Chris Estes yesterday, right? And something that's really working, like we do these live at 5s, which is great, but it's also a little bit bigger of a format. Like, for example, like we've got 34 people watching here. Over on Crystal Creators, we got 44, so that we got about 80 people watching this live right now, right? That's a big group, So what Chris is doing is he's doing small Zooms. Okay, so let's say at Molly, I'll use Molly. Molly's my new distributor, and she's got, her mom and her sister and her best friend or whatever. We can do a little Zoom, a little private Zoom with Molly and her few people there, just us guys. So it's more intimate, and they're getting a lot of enrollments. They're getting a lot of orders. People can ask questions. It's not like like they're just watching some presentation somewhere, whatever. And I'm not saying we're signing up masses of people on these live at 5s. By the way, I'm still waiting on the report, guys, for the 5 $100 bills for cycle 1. It's been a little tough to get reporting from Zija currently because of the last week. Everybody blew out the Crystal Consultants, and they had a few computer glitches and stuff, which they were primarily focused on making sure everybody got their bonuses. So I think now that we're past that first week and the first paycheck, which paid yesterday for people, we'll be able to get that report. So I'm hopeful we can do that drawing on Monday. So I got to apologize to you guys for that, because I got $500 burning a hole in my pocket. We want to give it away. So, and we will do that, right? So I'm just waiting on that reporting. Anyway, let's move on. So small Zooms, guys, if you want to do something today to create some income for yourself, call your knowledgeable upline and say, hey, I want to do a Zoom today for 2 o'clock. I got my mom, I got my sister. Guys, again, we can help you, but we can't do it for you. I don't know who so I can't go, like sponsor your people because I don't know them. But if you get us on the phone with them, right, or on a Zoom, or a FaceTime or whatever, right? Even a little 3-way call or something. We can help you get those orders placed, answer questions, meet needs, all that stuff. So guys, next I'm gonna go out there to Idaho, and Mr. Landon Weaver, he just hit Crystal Director last night, guys. So he's at the 3rd highest rank in the company. One more, he'll be at the top. And guys, just like Molly, if I know all these directors, Chris, all these people, guys, they're not like they're not where they want to be, but they're not where they used to be, right? We're all Crystal executives, guys, but you just got to take that thing one step at a time. But Landon is creating consultants, and I'm going to bring him on here right now, and he's blowing it up, man. I saw people all over Facebook that Landon, his brother Weston, all kinds of people. And not only is he doing it, he's got a bunch of people on his team doing it, which is good too. Hold on one second, guys. We can get Landon on here. Okay.
Right.
Landon.
How's it going? Can you hear me okay, buddy?
Got you, bro. It's all yours.
Yeah, well, you guys, first thing I want to say is congratulations, everyone. I was looking at the reports, and the last 2 weeks have been the 2 largest weeks of 2020 for our organization. I don't know if that's true for the whole organization, Joel, but we're really on the move, you guys, and it's exciting times in our company. And it's really interesting because there's a lot of things going on in society. I know we've touched on that a little bit, but I love what you were saying, Chris Moore and Molly and Ruth. I wrote down a quote on my notes that says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So I'm going to read that quote before I call people every time, you guys. That was gold. So thank you guys for that nugget. And Joel, it's kind of funny. You just talked about the small Zooms. I had that at the top of my list. I wanted to brag on someone. My mother-in-law yesterday got me on 4 small Zooms with 3 or 4 people, and she signed up 4 new people yesterday. So, and she popped consultant. So I'm really proud of Shanna Marks. She's on the move. Also, Lisa Shiro hit Crystal Manager last night. She's moving and shaking. Shauna Birdie's 1 person away from manager. We just have so much excitement, you guys. And you know what it is? It's belief level. And our income, you guys, follows our belief level. And if we're confident in what we're doing, we don't come across like we're selling something. We truly are coming across like we're helping people. So I love the nuggets about listening, being a good listener. Because we're on those Zoom calls, we're having dialogue with people, you guys. We're finding out their needs. We're finding out if they want to be healthy. We're finding out if they want to lose weight. We're finding out if they're not an essential worker and they lost their income. And we're able to provide a solution for them. Everyone should be on the products, but we're also able to provide that solution. And one thing that I really wanted to touch on, you guys, is yes, we're switching into the Isagenix compensation plan, but there's something we can still build the value of that we've always been able to build the value of. And that's us, but it's real estate. So we got people that are ready to go. It's like, oh, okay, we'll talk to you next week. We'll think about it. But if you guys, if we're doing it, we can build the value of us, and we can say, you know what, I really want, I know you want to just be a customer right now, but I want to pre-position you in the top of my business because I have 3 or 4 more Zoom calls today and I want to put those people in your organization. Let's position you. Let's get you that real estate. And maybe they want to be a distributor right away or an associate, but regardless, we can build that value and get people to make a decision fast, because this business loves speed, you guys. The faster we build, the faster you grow, and it's exponential growth. So I just want to do a big shout out to everyone. I did have a quick screen share here on just a couple little mechanics, Joel. I know we're going running late on time here, but let me pull this up. This is huge, you guys. I don't know if there's any baseball players out there, but 3 out of 10 is a really good batting average. So my point is, on this slide, you guys, like, discipline your disappointments by putting another person in the funnel, you guys. If you have, I mean, the average person, I don't think this is average right now. I mean, we're having people start on first exposure, second exposure, third exposure all the time. And I think Chris Moore was talking about touch points. I love that. When's the next touch point? Touch point, touch point. Don't give up on someone. No just means not right now, you guys. Keep following back with our people. And if we have enough people in our funnel, there's always going to be one coming out the other side. We don't want to overwhelm people. We don't want to come across needy. We should be motivated by inspiration, not desperation, right? So we want to, dogs don't chase parked cars. We're moving, we're running, but we're filling our funnel in the process. And it's really important to teach our brand new people to do the same thing, you guys, because it's not who we know in this business, it's who they know. I had major breakthroughs when I was in my early 20s, when I found people that had more influence than I did. And what I did with those people, you guys, is I created trust with them to where they felt comfortable and confident sending their contacts my way because I was the guy with the running shoes on. So these influential business owners, you guys, guess what? There's a lot of them joining our business right now. There's a lot of people that maybe own a small business that are hungry to go create something and go help some people. We have a lot of those people starting right now up here in Idaho. So we're committed, you guys. We're doing this thing in a big way. One more thing, and I'll pass it back to you, Joel, is just, it's really been helpful for me, you guys, to sort our list, sorting our list in different categories, right? Category 1, who's your current customers? Current customers, maybe some semi-Zija distributors that don't really know what's going on with the transition. Like, keep that in one category, right? That's that's like your part of your prospect list, because we're still in the process of educating them and providing understanding and inspiring them to build this business. So that's a category. Category 2, who's in your funnel, right? I just showed that on the screen. Who's in the funnel? Who have we been talking to? Who have we already piqued their interest? Who have we already passed to hear Ruth's story and Joel and who's in the funnel, who's been exposed already, right? That's a really important category. Fortune in the follow-up, big time. Category 3, right? That is our new list. That's people we're meeting. That's people we're coming across that we haven't reached out to. That list we constantly should be adding names to that third category. And you guys, I'm telling you, that's really helped. And it's crazy how if you treat that first column, the customer column or the non-engaged Zija distributor column, I mean, and everyone's been in for a different amount of times, but I'm treating them just like they're brand new and inviting them to the Live at 5. Guess what happens? They get excited and they go, wow, all I got to do is invite someone to a Zoom or get on a Zoom. And, they're like re-engaging in the business because we can build this business, you guys. I am more confident now than ever that the average everyday person can be successful in this business. And we can talk about money. We had 40 some people get a $550 bonus 2 weeks ago. Like that's a legitimate thing that people need right now. So I'm super excited. Let me see about anything else on my notes here. Discipline your disappointments, build value of real estate. And 2 really important things, you guys, is if you don't know how to do a 3-way call, that is the more 3-way calls you do, the more small Zooms you do, the higher your income will be. So set goals on actions of how many 3-way calls am I going to do? How many little Zoom calls am I going to do? And you guys, everyone can have a free Zoom account. And the cool thing is it only gives you 40 minutes and it shouldn't be more than 40 minutes anyway. But everyone can have a Zoom account, you guys. Everyone can get on 3-way calls right now. And guess what? The hardest part about getting people on the phone and getting people on Zoom is people are busy. But guess what? Everyone's home. Everyone is home right now. So I literally had 6 Zoom calls yesterday. And I was loving it. It was great. And it was awesome. I'm like, God bless my wife for taking care of our 1- and 3-year-old, hanging out. But this is a fun business, you guys. We're being that light. We're that beacon of hope for people in crazy times in our world. I mean, there's people that are glued to the news and they're just down in the dumps. And why not be a part of something that's bigger than themselves? It's a bunch of positive people that want to go win and more importantly, help others win. So thank you, Joel, for leading from the front, man. I really think we're going to disrupt the entire industry of network marketing. Like the leadership in Zija is like meant to lead $1 billion company in itself. Combining that with Isagenix, I mean, we're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And obviously it's all about the health and the transformations in the lives, but there's going to be a lot of people have some major financial success in the process. So back to you, buddy.
Okay, Landon, thank you, guys. Give Landon some big ups. There were some good deliverables there, guys. In fact, I wrote down a couple things. Position is a big deal, guys. I'll give you an example. I personally enrolled the guy, I want to say 2 weeks ago on my right side. And I kind of told him that. I said, dude, you need to give me your credit card number now. Because I'm like, the way this thing's structured, I'm like, we're putting people on both sides now. It's not the Zija, the under promise, over deliver, or over promise, under delivered thing where, hey, man, I'm going to build this whole side for you. Hogwash. That never happens. Like it's binary myth, right? So anyway, this guy took a spot and he's got 24 people now on his right side and he's freaking out. He's like, dude. So he sponsored his mom yesterday, his first person, right? And he's going to get his second one this weekend. He'll be one of my new Crystal consultants. But people seeing that as actually the business is growing, right? So the business is growing. Your business might not be growing. That's okay. That's what we're here to talk about today. Is you got to start it with 2 new and kind of get the party started and help the 2 get 2. And maybe the first 2 you sign up suck. That's okay. They can just be customers, and that's fine. I got tons of those. Get another 2. And people always make the mistake. I get 2. And I have to help those 2 get 2. Theoretically, you help those 2 get 2. But if those 2 don't want to go get 2, guys, you can't push a rope. You got to go get another 2. You might have to recruit 5, 6 people before you have a couple people light up and want to do the distributor thing. You might just have a bunch of customers. That's okay. That's perfectly fine, guys. Like Landon said, discipline your disappointments. This thing doesn't work. Well, I got 2 and they're not getting 2. Guys, nothing works out perfect. I mean, theoretically, we'd get 2 and they'd get 2 and everything, There's an old saying, if ands and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas, right? If ands and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. This thing's there's not an exact, how does it work? And guys, think about this. You have kids. Do you know exactly how to raise kids? Nobody knows. We do the best we can. You get married, do you know exactly how to be married? No, you do the best you can. Guys, you start a new job, do you know everything about that job? You start Zija, do you know, or whatever this is, Zija Isogenic. Do you know everything? No, we don't know nothing, guys. All we do is the best we can, and we figure it out as we go. And we take advice from people who've been there. And you know, your kids are going crazy. You call your parents, say, "Hey, what did you guys do when I was doing this crap?" Like, you know, you guys, you know, that's what elders are there for. That's what upline's there for. We're here to guide you, right? Leadership. What's a leader? A leader is a pathfinder. That's what they're called. That's the definition of a leader, right? A pathfinder, a trailblazer, right? So we're here to help you. But guys, let me tell you, we can train you. You can sit on these Zooms till you know, turn into dust or whatever. If you don't pick up that phone and get too new and get on and start doing some activities, ain't nothing happening for your business. And that's okay, guys. I mean, that's okay, right? I mean, it is what it is. You'll get out of this what you put into this. And we want you to put in some effort today. Get on that phone. Be committed this weekend. I'm going to get too new on. This is the week I'm going crystal consultant. This is the week I'm going to do that, right? This is the week I'm going manager, director. We got all these directors on here now. I know Everett Landon wants to be an executive like Ruth. Ruth popped last night, man. That was so cool, right? People want to win, guys. And these are you. We're here to help. We can't win without helping you win, right? So we want you to win, man. We want to work together. We want to lock arms. But again, we can't do it for you. We can only do it with you. So who's on your list? Who are you ready to call today and show how to eat for free? Chris said it best. We're marketing food now. No more. We got supplements if you want that, but food, guys, folks got to eat. This is like safe and it's good. And guys, anyway, I get on a diatribe, too much coffee. Let's go over here to Tom Wagner, guys. Tom Wagner is also in Texas here. Tom is a director. Tom, and knowing Tom, he'll be an executive probably this week. I mean, Tom's the top of the top, never failed in anything he's ever done, killing it. Not only is Tom a director, almost executive, but a lot of the people that you heard, like Ruth's one of his personal partners, she's an executive. So Tom's creating success. Landon, same story, you know, lots and lots of success happening in that organization. Tom's got wisdom, guys. So here's the thing. Tom's going to come on here and teach you exactly what he's doing to create consultants, right? We are consultant creators, crystal consultant creators. That's what this business, that's the absolute fundamental basis of this whole business. And that front end drives the back end. That's the one cool thing about Isogenics versus Zija. We didn't have that awesome dynamic front end that we have here. We've got something that's unbelievable, guys and gals, and Tom's exploiting the heck out of it. So let me get Tom on here. And then we're going to close with Joanne. So we got two absolute rock star directors we're going to close out with here. 1 second. Hey, Tom.
Hey, good morning, Joel. Can you hear me?
Buddy. Got you, brother. All you.
Well, good. Good morning, everybody across the country, and those of you that are on Crystal Creators Facebook, good morning to you as well. But you know, Joel, I thought I would hit executive last night. I was working till wee hours this morning to get it done. This is my list right here: consultants, ID numbers. But I enrolled some new people yesterday. If you'll look on your left side, Joel, you'll see some new people at the bottom. And I know that the South Koreans will be happy. And you know, of course, that's not my Zija pay leg, but obviously the plan, the isogenic plan, you know, it's right, left. So I want to say a couple of things, because I'm, you know, I approached business, 43 years in business, came from a traditional brick and mortar, and I'm thinking, you know, during this pandemic, this whole virus thing, it's, I mean, it's the worst, you know, tragedy in the world since my lifetime, 68 years. And what would Tom Wagner do if he was in the restaurant business today? 16 franchise restaurants, 500 employees. Oh my God, what would I do? Just like this product. You know what they call this? This is Cleanse for Life. This is aptogens. And what do aptogens do? They help you adapt, right? So have I adapted? Yeah, I've adapted. Look, did I adapt? Yeah, I adapt. That's a scar. It's called open heart surgery. I had to adapt. And so what are we doing today in business? And this is where people, we could teach the mechanics. We could teach you the mechanics, left, you share, they share. I've got the printouts here. It's right here, crystal clear, right? It's real simple. You share, they share, right? It's a simple concept. And what I love about Isagenix, it is no longer binary fever, the distributor fairy. I'm going to build one side for you. I want to be in a power leg. Those cliches are gone. This is a legitimate brick, just like open franchises. I'm going to have a left and a right. I'm going to put one on my left, one on my right, and I'm simply going to duplicate that process. That's why I drew that out, right? The Isagenix plan. So I said, okay, I want to put them on my right side. It's my pay leg. I got bank, but you know what? I don't care about that. What I care about, and I look at the vision. We talked about vision. Ruth talked about vision. The vision is people are going to do what you do, right? How can I go teach the concept? I've lost 30 pounds in 9 weeks. I'm down 30 pounds. I weigh 199 pounds. The last time I weighed 199 pounds was 50 years ago. 50 years ago. I actually have ribs. I found my ribs, and I don't have the Buddha belly thing going on anymore. And now I'm going to have to go shopping but I want to tell you that winning in business, especially now, is about timing, one of the ingredients. I wrote some notes down here, and this is my little concept. So I call these income boxes, right? And maybe you're in a 50,000 a year income box and you dream about 100,000. Oh man, Joel, if I could just make 100,000, oh, life would be great. And then you meet somebody that's in a 250 bracket. And then you meet somebody that's in a 500 box. These are income boxes right here, income boxes. And your mental capacity, what you think is where you're going to be. What this right here, what you think is going to determine which box you're in. And, and I was talking to a young man last night. I do a lot of coaching. I do a lot of calls and phone calls, and I'm always, teaching, coaching. And, I have down here ingredients, hard work. How many of you know hardworking people that are stuck, they're trapped in a 50,000 a year box? That they work hard. And when you're a kid growing up, you go to school, work hard, Johnny, work hard, get a good education, and stay in this $50,000 box and struggle for your whole life. Then you become my age and you're in the golden years and you say, who ripped off the gold? Who stole my gold? Because you followed the plan. And the plan is I worked hard, and I spent my time trading hard work for dollars. But they left out two important ingredients. This wonderful blessing from God, leverage and residual. So if you take leverage, you take hard work, sprinkle on some leverage, adaptogens, you want to lose weight, that's okay. And then you add leverage, a residual, into the recipe, and you have this perfect financial pie. That's how you get into this bigger box. But you can't, Chris Moore said it, like Chris Moore said, I love, there's a powerful message. He's in a gym, he loves passion, he's working out, but he's boxed in. And what did he do? He ripped off the gloves, he got out of the gym, he walked out of that building, and watch what happens to Chris Moore. Because he had to change. And so folks, this is such a blessing. I mean, I understand it's a tragedy, virus, people are freaked out, people are afraid. People are so freaked out, you can't find toilet paper in Austin, Texas. I don't know why toilet paper, people freaking out about toilet paper. Anyway, but people are freaked out. They're buying canned goods. It's like it's the apocalypse. It's Armageddon. It's not Armageddon. It's not apocalypse, but it is, Joel. It's going to change the way we live. The world is never going to go back to the way it was. It's never going to go back. So again, the message here, if the world is changing, isn't it a perfect time to step out of this box and say, you know what, I tried this for 30 years. I think I'm going to try it. No, I've been here for 15 years. I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to walk across the street. I'm going to go check out this 250 box. And I'm going to get in there and I'm going to start doing what the 250 a year people do. What do? They make a list. They do one on their left, one on their right, and then they teach people the same thing. It's the same thing. But you got to be a product of the product. I can't be promoting health and wealth and how does that work if I do that and I'm 40 pounds overweight? How does that work? I can't do that. And then how does it work if I'm teaching the mechanics of wealth, Joel, and I can't afford to pay and I've got car payments and this payments and that payments. Oh my God, where's my government check? Oh my God, I need that government. And I understand. We need to help people. But part of helping people is not just a check, Joel, Ruth Claybrooks. It's not just a check. It's helping them get out of this mindset here. I wrote something down at this 250. It's called the Grand Opening Spirit. It's the Grand Opening Spirit. I've never, ever, Joanne and Joanne McMahon and Bob, they've never lost the Grand Opening Spirit. Ruth Claybrooks, I've known these guys for 27 years, and I so appreciate them. They've never, ever lost the Grand Opening Spirit. Oh my God, it's doom and gloom. There's no toilet paper. There's no this. And, the Zija merged with, Isagenix. They don't have this. Folks, what Isagenix did is it opened up a hole in this box for you to get here. They just created a path. There's a secret tunnel. It's called Crystal Consultant. It's the secret tunnel, and it'll get you there, right? And so it's just the world right now, this is going to turn out to be a blessing. And Joel, for all my life, for 7 years with Zija, I lost a little bit of weight, but I've always had this extra 30, 40 pounds of visceral fat. That's why I have a scar. Thank God he gave me a second chance. And now I can hopefully teach a lot of men out there. By the way, this virus is killing more men, Joel, than it's killing women. It's killing men, guys. 60-some% of the deaths are men. So guys, wake up. It seems like it's more respectable. Guys can carry that extra 34, that pop belly right there. And I'm just telling you, get on this plan right here. And while you're on this plan, share the concept with some people. Just share the concept with people. And I have a mission. God saved me for a reason. And this is, I promise you, Joel, I could be an executive tonight. I know how to do it. But you know what I've been doing? I've been helping other people. I want other people to win. I've had my turn multiple times. I'm not dependent on the government. I haven't taken my Social Security. They made me take Meta. I don't care. I have Meta. I don't care. Medicare. I haven't tapped into it. I don't need it. They're not going to send me a government check. Thank you, Jesus. I'm glad. But I know there's a lot of people hurting, and I want to help those people. And I'm fired up. I'm fired up about helping. In fact, I have a burden like never before in my heart to help people get out of this dadgum $50,000 and get into this bigger box so that they can share the good life and pay it forward. How do you pay it forward if you're broker than a joke? Let's pay it forward. We live in the greatest country in the world, the most giving country in the world, the most giving people in the world that keep sanity in this world, the United States of America. And we need to be out there and be in a position that we can give back and share the blessing. That's what it's about for me. So thank you, Joel. I'm going to let the star of star, Miss Joanne, who I salute. Great job. Thank you so much. Take care.
Guys, I'll tell you what, if you're ready to jump out of your skin, put your hands up, man. Tom hit some major points there, guys, major. And, that's why he's so great. I'll tell you what, guys, the cool thing about what Tom said there is, and I think Tom said it best, the 50,000, the 250,000, the tunnel thing, that's exactly what the conversation I've been having with people, especially longtime Zija people, guys. Don't get it twisted. What we're doing now is not what we've been doing for 7 years. It is an absolute firm foundation to take. People say, well, I worked at Zija really hard and I didn't get to ABC level. This ain't that, guys. Newsflash. This is going to be crazy. So there's all kinds of people over that Isagenix making piles of money that wouldn't have made $5 in Zija, right? So because they had a different foundation, different platform. Guys, I'll tell you what, we're like Marines. We eat glass for breakfast and we crap nails, we've been, we were still trying to get off the runway with Zija, and we're so good. And I'm not saying that I'm good. This team is so good and so committed. Tom just got his stuff. Look at the box there, guys. I'm just saying we're so good, guys. You could put us in Amway or something terrible, with all due respect. We'd go out and we'd become the #1 team out there because we know what the heck we're doing, guys. And we work hard and we care about people. We got all that stuff. Here's the point. You and I are right here, right now, like Tom said, at that tunnel. You can choose to stay in your little ZTSD, Zija traumatic stress disorder, right? And sit around right? Or you can just take the tunnel, go out and go consult and get your 2 and start changing your mindset. I love what Tom said there, guys. That is probably the most important thing that we need to be doing on this call. Changing our mindset and acting on what's in front of us now. Not, Zija and placement and 75 PV and yesterday and last year and baggage and dragging around our old dead habits. And no, it's the front, right? So let me go on, guys. We saved a great one here for last. We got Joanne McMahon. Her and Bob are Crystal directors with the company, and knowing them, they'll be Crystal executives here real quick too, top at the top. Now, what's cool about Bob, they've got a lot of frontline Crystal executives already. So they've got team members having radical success, and Crystal, man, they got all kinds of stuff happening, just like Tom and many of these others, right? So let me bring on Joanne. She'll take us out, guys. I appreciate you spending Saturday morning with us. It's a commitment to invest in your business and be here. And Joanne's one of the best there is. She's a corporate trainer with multiple companies and just super awesome. So hold on one second, and then I'll close out with a couple announcements. We'll be done. Thank you for putting up with us. Hold on one second here, guys. This will be good. Thank you for putting up with me. All right, Joanne.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Joel, for hosting this. And for those of you out on the West Coast, wow, you didn't have to get up, but you did, right? So there's something special for all of you guys. I've been up forever. I get up really early. Some of you that follow me on Facebook were up early last night too. I put a post out about 4 o'clock this morning and started getting hits on it. I'm like, man, maybe we should do our work at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. So you guys are pretty amazing to be up that early. But I think it's just that, we're busy type people. We want to get up, and now that we've been thrown into this isolation a little bit, our times are a little goofed up, right? So people are asking me all the time, Joanne, how are you handling the lockdown? And I have to tell them, I've been self-employed basically my whole working career. Since I was about 18 years old, I made a decision that I would choose, if I could, at some point, to not work for someone. I wanted to be my own boss. And so I've always been pretty much self-employed. I did have an employer a couple times, but by golly, they wouldn't do nothing I told them to do. And it didn't work out real well. So I figured, you know what, if I want to be the boss, I'm going to probably have to find something that I enjoy. But I want to be honest with you that network marketing was not it. All right. I did not go out and say, oh, I can't wait to find a network marketing company. And the reason is because most of the people between the ages of 18 and 23, when I was going through that age bracket, most of the people never talked to me about the income that you could make. They never talked to me about owning a business. They never talked to me about, going out and changing your life financially. Most of my friends never talked about really money other than they didn't have any, right? So I was always like, where do we get the money? I've got a car. I want a car. I bought a house when I was 19. I'm like, I have a house payment. I had all those kind of things that I had to worry about. So, but network marketing was never on the radar for me, because most people that around me that were doing it were product users. So they were getting their makeup or their skincare or their hair care and things like that. And I'm thinking, why don't I just go down to the store? No, but I just didn't understand it because I didn't take the time to look and listen. So, but when I finally did, and the person started explaining, because I'd never heard of it before, residual income, I got really excited. Doing something one time and continuing to get paid over and over, if that doesn't make sense to you, then you and I need to have about it'll only take me about 5 minutes for me to really break it through and help you understand how important residual income is. If this time that we're going through right now in our world, being stuck at home, people losing jobs or being laid off does not make you want to know more about residual income or understand why we push so hard to get people to understand, we need a 5-minute phone call. It might not even take me that long. It might take me a couple minutes. But so here we are. All right. Here we are in this company doing big things. So back in February, when we got the phone call, they said, hey, everybody, they were all excited. Everybody jump on a 5 o'clock phone call. I'm like, okay, great. We never have 5 o'clock phone calls, right? Ever. They're always really early in the morning or late in the evening. So we get on for this big announcement, and they make the announcement that Zija has been purchased, right? And all of us were like, huh. Well, while we were on the phone call, I put my camera on, right? I took my camera off, threw a picture up there, and right away I got on my other computer and started looking up, learning more about Isagenix. And there was 2 things that I did. I wanted to know the products they sold, and I wanted to know their compensation plan of how we got paid. And so I noticed in their compensation plan that we, as distributors, if we wanted to get paid from that company, because I knew I was going, I'm like, my team's going to go. They're all loving nutrition anyway. They all want to make more money. I said, most likely, we'll probably have some fallout. You always do when new things happen. But the majority of the people are going, hey, let's move on. And here's why. Because what we've learned being professional network marketers is I'm loyal to my team. I'm loyal to a team of people that are like-minded people that want to move and make big things happen. I don't necessarily get loyal to a product. I don't get loyal to necessarily a company entity, right? I get loyal to the group of people that you see on this call, whether they're in my downline or they're not in my downline, or they're in my upline or not in my upline. Let's move. I want to be around people, like-minded people, right? And so we started looking at that, and I realized very quickly that I had to have 150 PV. Well, I already had that taken care of because I had 150 with Zija. So if I wanted to go down a little bit, I could. There's going to be people that are actually going to be saving about $50 a month or so just by coming over and doing what we're doing. It's kind of cool. So I started looking at the products, started looking at the comp plan, and I got to work immediately that night. So our call was over in about an hour. A couple of the leaders got together and went, oh gosh, what are we going to do? And we already knew what we were going to do. Move. Let's move forward. And we started making that contact list. And I went into my Zija back office, pulled all my personal distributors that were not on that call, and I broke the news to them on a phone call, not a text message. I wanted to call each one of them and say, here's where we are, here's what's happening, stay tuned for more info, right? And we got working. So with that being said, we started doing the you share, they share. So I just started taking on the persona immediately of the Isagenix business. I started learning about their top producers. And when I started realizing that some of these folks that are up into the 2 million, 3 million, 4 million a year in earnings. And I'm looking at the comp plan of 4 ranks. And then I found out what they were. I'm like, okay, so they're an executive. They're a 5-star gold, this, that, and the other. I went, I can do that. I'm like, I can do that. As a matter of fact, when I started going through the organization, I was already getting in my head promoting who was already there, right? I was like, this person's already there. That person's already there. This person's already there. They're already there. And then with everybody that wasn't there yet, we started filling in the blanks. I'm like, okay, I need to work on, I'll pick some names. I need to work on John. He's got a bunch of stuff over here, but we need to work on his right side. Because now, here's the beauty. They just unleashed the beast, okay? For people like myself that are, and you, that are professional networkers, allowing us to compensate on both sides of that plan. I don't have to think about, oh yes, I'll go work with those people, put, flights and airline tickets and this and that and the other. I'm probably not going to make a whole lot of money, but they're on my team, so I'm going to go help them. It's kind of how it was in Zija, right? So I would go, anybody that called, I would go, but now it doesn't matter. So somebody picks up the phone, they're like, Joanne, can you come out for a few days? Can you run with us? Can you do Zooms? Can you do that? The answer is yes. I would love to. I would be honored to do it, right? Let's get it done. Let's get it done in a big, big way. So the compensation plan is absolutely amazing. The other great thing is that I took some notes here. If you happen to know, like we had Chris Moore on there. Chris Moore, whenever he talks, it makes me want to go lift heavy things, right? He makes me want to go flip tires and, swing from, those big ropes that have those tires on it and climb up all kinds of stuff, man. It's a big, big deal. But so thank you, Chris, for sharing your story again. But yeah, so he's real, right? He's real. So I took a big nugget away. It was like, tell your truth. Okay, so Chris's truth, he's back in the networking side of this. And he'll probably at this point, maybe not get out of it again, right? He's got people coming in his gym. They want to get healthy. They're probably asking him all the time, what should I be eating? What products should I be using? What supplements should I use? It's probably a continuous conversation. Now he can just go, these products, this is what we use. This is what I've been using. This is what we recommend. He's got a great outlet. If you know people that own gyms, I'd be on the phone talking to those folks right now. And then, of course, I always talk to people about, the talking points of what we're doing. Some of us probably have the TV on in some cases for background noise. We don't really have the TV on, but I used to do construction. I'm still kind of got my hand in a little bit of it, just with some demo stuff. I love demo because it's that strong work and you don't really have to be too precision on it. You just rip stuff apart and tear it out, But have you heard the Lowe's commercial? Okay, I love the Lowe's commercial because there's one theme to it. You'll say this all day now. Stop talking and start doing, right? Let's stop talking about it. Let's start talking about what we're going to do. Let's just go do it. Stop talking and start doing, right? So the people, I'm going to get together. Joanne, if we could get together and talk about a game plan. Joanne, if we could meet and do a game plan. Well, I'm only going to do a game plan one time. And if we don't get to step 1 on the game plan, there's no need to have another meeting on the game plan, right? We step 1, step 2, step 3, make your contact list. This is old school stuff, right? But it applies here. Your contact list is so important. Who do you know? I don't want you texting people to say, hey, we got a thing going on. I want you to pick up the phone. Pick up the phone and call people. People go, oh, we don't do that with social media today. I go, that's why you're not building real big. Pick up the phone, right? I want people to call me. You got something you need to tell me? You want to be my business partner? You better be okay with calling me. Pick up the phone and talk to me, right? If you're just sending me texts, it's too easy for me to blow it off. It's too easy for me to go, oh, I didn't see it. Oh my gosh, I didn't see your text. Oh my gosh, I didn't see your message. It's too easy, right? You want me to be your partner? Really? You want to personally sponsor me and be a partner? You call me. Pick up the phone, have the decency to call me, and let's get some things done, right? And so that's how I feel about all that kind of stuff. But there is a place for social media, right? There's always a place. So when I get new people involved, especially today with all this lockdown stuff going on, one of the things I like to do is I want to make sure that everybody knows how to use Zoom. How do we use Zoom? Like, how do we make this popular, right? Well, there's a lot of ways. One is get yourself a Zoom account. They're free. right? Get a professional picture put up there, something that you're proud to show folks, right? Put your picture up there for if you have to go rogue for a minute, you just take the video off and there's your picture. There's a lot of people on here this morning that are doing that probably because it was an early morning meeting, right? And they're just getting up and their hair is all sticking all over the place or whatever. It's all good. Zooms are important. Now, what I use Zoom for is not only these type of presentations, but I also do credibility calls with Zoom. So me, the person that is the person that's in the business already, and their prospect, somebody that's looking at the business, the three of us will do a Zoom meeting. I can share my screen, we can talk, we get to meet each other, we're laughing, we get to know each other. It's exactly like sitting across the table from folks, other than they're in their own house. So I use Zoom and FaceTime for credibility calls today. Get on Crystal Creators. Make sure your people are plugged into the info, so at their pace, they can go through and get the info. Optimal Wellness is a great Facebook post or page. That's Yoli Perez. And then Healthy Shouldn't Be Hard with Tommy Chapa. And there's quite a few of them, right? So we don't want to overload people with a bunch of stuff, but we want to have people have access to the proper information. So I have people plug into that. So if you're a brand new person that I've just sponsored and I'm seeing that you're not plugging in, you're not doing the activities, if you're an excuse maker, like you've always got an excuse, you're going to see me start to back off. I start to back off very quickly because there's a couple things that are happening in my life. One is timing. We are in launch phase. We are in the grand opening phase. So my question to most of you is when you're building, I want you to think of, even though we're not a traditional business, but think of it as if you had just opened up a store. Let's say you opened up a shop that sells Isagenix products and you got the customer that comes in and they sort of buy something, but they don't really buy something. How long would you sit with them and just talk with them when other customers are going, hey, I'm ready to buy. Hey, I'm ready to do this. Hey, I'm ready to get started. Hey, I'm ready to make things happen. How long would you do that? Or would you say, hey, I'd love to talk to you for a minute, but I've got to go over here, right? That's how I want your mindset to be. Don't spend hours and hours and hours dealing with people that really aren't really interested in building a big business. Our business is very simple. We use the products, we share the products, and then we ask other people if they're interested in doing the same thing. It's so easy. It's the same thing as you referring hair products or makeup products at a store or a good sale or a movie, right? The only difference, and it's huge, it's a big difference, is you get compensated here. You get paid to do that. So the Zoom rooms, somebody had mentioned, I think Joel was talking about it, where we have these private meetings. I've been doing that for months. Okay, I love the big meetings to show people the big picture of all these folks being involved, but I'm more than capable of showing what we've got going on, and so are you, right? You all are. So start doing those meetings with your people. Take leadership, take ownership, and say, listen, if it is to be, it's up to me. We've all heard that a million times from people over the years. But it truly is. If it is to be, if I'm going to go out and make the 250,000 a year, the 300 a year, the million a year, the whatever, it is all up to me. And I've got assistants, I've got upline assistants, I've got people on my team that I can plug people into if the stories are the same, but it's up to me. And I want it, right? I want to be that person. I want $1 million a year in network marketing. And I want to tell you something, guys, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, because especially during times like this, okay, there's so many people that because of our network marketing income, because of this sole income that we have, I didn't have to go, oh my gosh, I didn't have to panic because one of my family members that doesn't believe in network marketing is struggling. I could say, listen, let me take care of this. And I didn't have to say, here's a loan, here's some extra money, pay me back when you get it. I didn't have to do any of that. And that is so fulfilling to me to be able to go, oh my gosh. But here's what it also did. Without me saying a word, it went, you know what? I probably need to look at what you're doing. I probably need to take a strong look at what you're doing, because you don't seem to be panicked. I'm panicked, all right? But I know it's covered. I'm panicked for people that have not sat down to take a look. Right? That's my panic. That's my drive. That's my, I gotta go share this with more people. I got to teach more people about network marketing. I've got to teach more people about residual income. So that's my panic. It's not that we're not going to pay the bills or I can't help family members or friends do the same. It's that there's some people out there that really need to take a strong look at what we're doing, especially with this company. So during this Corona lockdown, all right, if you want to call it, okay, I just call it Corona, Bona, Rona. I've got all kinds of names for it, right? But I've heard a lot of people go, oh, I'm so thankful. You know, I've got my closets cleaned and my pantries organized and did it. All that's great. It took you probably 40 minutes to do that. Okay, you're done, right? We're done with that. I heard Mika go, I'm not interested in doing any of that, right? Mika goes, I don't feel like cleaning my closets. All right, nobody does, right? But here's what I want to ask you. Have you done any financial cleaning, right? Have you looked at your financial closet, right? Where do you sit financially? And if you're seeing that needs to be cleaned out, straightened out, now's a great time to work on it, right? We can teach you how to do that. This is about creating a stream of income that will outwork you, okay? Money is designed to work for you. Let it work for you. Isagenix and the power of network marketing by design is designed to work for you, okay? However, I've got to get it started. I've got to get it going. And that's what we started doing. So when we joined the Isagenix deal in February, immediately we got to work as if it was brand new. I was brand new in Isagenix. I'm not brand new to the deal of network marketing. So I know how to build a team. Like Joel said, you could throw me in Amway and people don't make money in Amway anymore. I will. If I decided to join that company, I will, because I'll figure out how the people that are doing the big money are doing it. And I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to go, what do you do? And I'm going to do exactly what they're doing. I'm not going to go, well, I've got a better way. I've got a better system. I'm not even going to bother. And so when I came over to Isagenix, when Bob and I came over, we were like, look, here's their culture. This is how they do it. This is how the people that are making the big bucks are doing it. And I went, you know what? I'm going to do it the exact same way. So let me give you the secret of what they're doing. It's real simple. I figured it out right away. They all train the same way on the comp plan. They don't change anything. Right side, left side. Does that sound familiar? Right? Outside left, outside right. That's all they do. They train on that and they train on that and they train on that. They train on getting 2. Everybody gets 2 right away. But we all know that most people know more than 2. They just keep repeating that, right? They don't go through all of this nonsense. They go through, you buy food anyway, you're going to use the Isagenix products as your food instead, 64 meals a month for whatever package you get, right? Or it could be more, right? Could be more meals. And they share. They just start sharing and they live a very healthy mindset lifestyle. That's it. There is no more secret. They go out and look for like-minded people. They don't dwell in negativity. They don't really associate with a lot of negative people. And even though my mindset is we do have negative things going on, there's nothing wrong with talking about some stuff that's going on. But if that's your mindset, we may need to look at who you're hanging out with. Or what I do with people when they start going down that path is I just get out of there. Get out. You ain't staying there. You're not staying in the pit. You can talk about it for a minute. You can unload for a couple minutes, but you're not staying there. We're going to pull you out quickly. You don't need to be there, right? And so my goal all the time is to pull people out, lift them up. Even if I'm going through the worst things that have happened, which I have, I'm not staying in that mindset. I can't. You can't either. We're going to help you win. We win. Right? All the people on this call that have spoke this morning and some of you that will be speaking soon, win. There's nothing wrong with winning. There's nothing wrong with creating a phenomenal stream of income for you and your family. And there's nothing wrong with network marketing. And I want to tell you, if this scenario of what's going on in the world right now does not convince you that network marketing is the bomb.com, as some of you say, you're not looking at it properly. You're not looking at it, because I have people right now that got laid off, right? They're not going to go back to that job. That job has already closed. They closed their doors. They're never going to reopen. I got a couple people like that, but They've been building with me for about 5 years, right? And they say, thank God I have my network marketing income. Thank God I stayed focused. Thank God in the little nooks and crannies of my life, I built a business, right? So let's teach people, especially our young folks, about network marketing. Our retirees, let's teach them about network marketing. And you and I, we have the energy to do it. We have the drive to do it, the energy to do it. And now, of course, we've got the time, right? Nobody can tell me that they don't have time right now. They can't use that, right? Time is everything. We're going to make it happen. Okay. I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. I'm sure you've got a ton of stuff going on today, right? Right. We got a ton of stuff. For those of you with kids, right? All right. We got to find some stuff for them to do. My advice for you is it's Saturday. Obviously do your business activities that we have throughout the day. Get out and get some fresh air. Get out and, dream a little, but let's get into reality of what we're really going to do. Stop talking, start doing. All right. You guys have a good time. We're going to make some things happen in a big, big way. We love you all. Have a very wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Easter. FaceTime with your family, maybe Zoom. My mom, who's 88 years old, is going to do her first Zoom with me tomorrow that she's ever done. So she's like, I'm not doing it. I said, no, you're doing it. So my brother sneak over there and get her on the Zoom. So yeah, she put herself on lockdown. I think it's just so we don't come and bother her too much, but she's going to Zoom, and I hope all of you guys get to see your family members over FaceTime and Zooms and all the good stuff too. So we're here. Bob and I will be home tomorrow, even though it's Easter. If you happen to have a question or anything, always feel free to reach out anytime through Messenger. We're always on call, if you will. All right, and we have that grand opening spirit, and so you do too. So let's get out there and make it happen. And I look forward to seeing all of you at the top. Let's keep these Zooms going in a big, big way. Let's support Joel, who's been putting them on, hosting them every day at 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern. Get your people on, but don't forget the private. Don't forget to just contact a friend and say, hey, let's jump on Zoom. I want to show you a couple things. They want to hear from you. Your friends love you. They want to make things, they want to do something big. And this is big. It's bigger than you and I even know right now. It's the onion. You keep peeling that Isagenix onion back and it just gets shinier and shinier and shinier and shinier. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So good deal. You guys take care. I will see all of you at the top. And thank you again, Joel, for asking me to come on today and talk with all of you. I look forward to I look forward to really just seeing you guys, and I hope someday we can do a hug instead of an elbow strike, right? I mean, elbow tap. Sorry, wrong platform. Talk to you later.
All right, guys, that was Joanne McMahon. Let's give her some hands up. If your camera's on, that was great stuff. So guys, we're going to close out. I'll tell you what, thank you so much to all of our speakers, Tom Wagner, Joanne McMahon, Landon Weaver, Ruth Claybrooks, Molly Samuelson, Yoli Perez, Tommy Chapa, Chris Moore. We had a ton of them on here today. And next Saturday, we're going to have Kathy Coover, Dr. Delray Messer, and Dr. Eric Gumbricht. So, and it's going to be a good one, guys. You're going to come out of here rocking. Now, it won't be the same Zoom link. That's going to be private. That'll be sent to all the Crystal executives. So only Crystal executives will be able to be on this side. Actually, we might do directors and executives. So if you're a director or an executive, you'll get that. Don't share it with your team, so we can kind of have you on this side to ask questions and be in the chat and whatever. Everybody else will be on Crystal Creators, the Facebook page. So, and they can watch live there, just like many are watching now. There's 40, 50 folks watching now over there, and there'll be thousands that see it. So guys, if you want to be on our leaders side, the special Zoom with Kathy, and they'll know, we're going to make an announcement. Hey, here's all the directors and executives, Kathy, and they're on here. She'll be able to recognize you and see all you guys, all your pretty faces. So let's make sure next Saturday, guys, we comb our hair, brush our teeth, maybe shave our beards, maybe throw clothes on. There's some ideas, right? Just and let's show up. Let's show up and show Kathy who we are. This lean, mean fighting machine, our team, guys, and represent. And we're getting dressed up for Easter tomorrow. I don't know about you guys, but in all this abnormal stuff, I'm gonna throw on the suit and tie and maybe go for a walk around the block with the wife and the daughter that's home. And we're gonna have an Easter egg hunt here at the crib. We ordered online all our stuff, and So guys, oh, hold on. I got Joanne here. One more thing. Let me get back to Joanne. Hold on, guys. Uno momentito. Hey, Joanne.
Yes. Yeah, I just wanted to add in, I had it on my notes, but I didn't want to take up too much time, but you had brought it up about the Zooms. Okay. You mentioned, brush your teeth, comb your hair, all that good stuff. You guys, let's really represent next Saturday in a big, big way. You're like, when you're doing the Zoom, like you see the camera, this is great, but this is not. Right. And the moving around and the shaking. If you feel you got to step up, just put your video on. Also, when you're doing it, the things that we shouldn't be doing, the laying in bed while you're doing a Zoom and looking down at your phone so we can see up your nose, stuff like that. Just little tiny things will make a huge it'll make a huge, huge, huge difference in how people perceive what you're doing. So again, let's just blow it out. I just want them to say, you know what, those Zija people, they are awesome. They are incredible. So professional. So let's just really make a statement next week, right? Let's make it happen and let them know the force that they're getting ready to reckon with, right? Let's do it. Thanks, Joe.
No, Joanne, that's good. And guys, here's the thing. That's really good, actually. I've seen some stuff on Zoom I never want to see again in my life, man. Like stuff, yeah, smoking. Here's a health and wellness company. Have a Marlboro Red, right? Or drinking a Mountain Dew. We had a lady on there the other day who was drinking like a Powerade or something totally disgusting, with all due respect. But guys, next week, Kathy Coover, Dr. Eric Gumprecht, right? And then, Delray Messer, Dr. Delray Messer. So 2 doctors and Kathy, like it's going to be great. So here's the deal. All right. If you want to be on the special leadership side, guys and gals, make sure that you've achieved director by next Friday. Shoot us a text. Let us know, like, achieve that director title, and you'll be on. But please don't share that, guys, because we only want to have the top, the top 2 ranks on there, our directors and our executives. We'll definitely notate all the executives. We'll have a thing showing y'all here and all our directors here on the Facebook so people can see that, and also on the live so Kathy can know who's who and everything like that. So anyway, it's going to be a big week, guys. Let's go out and create some crystals. Let's do this thing. Miley said, hey, what happens when we come out of this, guys? Whatever. What's happening now? Guys, we're blowing up. We've had the last 4 or 5 weeks now have been the best 5 weeks we've had in years. I mean, we're like blowing up. If you would have asked me, hey, there's going to be a global pandemic, everybody's going to be locked in their house, what's going to happen to your business? I would have said, gosh, I don't know, like that's crazy, right? But I can only judge the future based on the past, right? Like experience. And our experience was in 08 and 09 when that that recession deal hit, the Great Recession. There's a lot of people freaking out, and all these realtors lost their deals, and mortgage brokers, and everybody was sucking and stuff, and like everything went to hell, right? And what's funny is my business exploded, guys. Bob and Joanne, Tom Wagner, any of these career professionals on here. I remember, guys, I went from 25, 30,000 a month, which I thought was good money, to over 100,000 a month, like that. Like it happened in like Napoleon Hill says, if wealth comes at all, it comes swiftly, like water off a duck's feathers. That's in the Think and Grow Rich, right? And it's literally what happened. That's literally what happened, guys. And so I see this happening now for those who are working. Now, Paul Orbison always said, sitting in your garage will not make you a car. And being in isogenics currently in this Zija was not going to make you some multi-millionaire. But if you do the work, if you do what these folks are telling you to do, guys, you can change, you'll set yourself up for, so what happens when we come out of this? You'll have a business that's exploding. You'll have dignity. You'll have pride of work. You'll have something positive happen in your life. You'll have health. You'll have all kinds of cool stuff happening. You'll have savings. You'll be able to pay off bills. You'll be able to live that life you want to live. So the next time something like this happens, or God forbid, whatever, guys, you're not freaking out. You are absolutely set for life because you built your house. It's kind of like Noah's Ark, Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. Noah's like, whatever, I'm building this ark. And when the rains came, who was laughing at that point, right? Who was laughing then? So guys, let's go be those ark builders, right? Let's make this thing happen right now. And let's build this thing and help some people and get to where we want to go and change our family's life. So God bless each and every one of you guys. Have a great day. I'm going to open up these lines and just really appreciate everybody, and happy Easter to you and your families. And it's just, I love y'all, man. It's an honor and a pleasure sincerely to be in covenant with everybody and work with everybody. I love what I do. I love this. I love all y'all. And I'm proud to be your partner, and I'm grateful that I've got such great partners. Like it's just the best thing ever. So thank you so much for being my partners. I love you guys. I love what we do. Thank you for sharing today, guys. I'm gonna open this up. Love y'all. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Happy.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Happy Easter,
Thank you.
everyone.
Happy Easter.
Thank you.
Bye. Love you too. Bye.